That is the one.
Patrons.
How's it going, guys?
Hello. I've got a cold. I want to say that straight off the bat.
Oh, nice. We've got Snotcast.
Yeah.
Snotcast.
Welcome to
Love
Snotcast 2019.
it.
I've got keys.
Oh, they're my keys. Brilliant.
You don't have a car.
I do have a car.
You don't have a car.
I do have a car.
You can't drive.
No, I can't drive, but I do have a car.
That's illegal. It's not illegal.
It's not illegal to own a car.
It's illegal. I'm saying it's illegal.
Okay.
Alright. Vote for Tom for Prime Minister.
When...
in this next general election.
You know what? To be honest, I sat down. So, my daughter...
Are you about to say that you vote for me?
I'd vote for you, yeah. I would.
I'd like to officially announce my candidacy.
Okay, I'm now pulling my vote away. I went to an award ceremony. My daughter got an award. She got her Duke of Edinburgh bronze, and she got a gold award. She got
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
To her.
I take any glory where I can.
To her and to Corin.
Just not to me.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You know what? Lewis can get a little bit as well.
Fucking classic. But the local MP for Eastbourne was there, and he had time to do his speech to talk about, Eastbourne, about the schools, about the great things he's going to do for Eastbourne, and he doesn't do any of it. He bimbles his way around. He's like, schools are great. They're the golden bullet. I mean, silver bullet. They're a bullet that will. And you're just there going, oh my god.
What's this?
So Grace was at an awards
MP.
evening, and the local MP got some time to do some speeches because he was handing out the awards.
Lloyd.
That's it.
Is he
Such an idiot.
And he bimbled his
Lib
Lib Dem.
Dem.
Lib Dem, eh? Alright.
Bimbled his way through it, just like an absolute muppet. And I'm there going, oh god. The only thing that saved it was right at the end. They've got this kid called Mickey D. That's his actual name
Who's
as
Mickey
well.
D?
That's his name.
I'm a fan.
His parents named him Mickey D. D isn't his surname.
His name's
Does he have a
Mickey
puppet?
D.
Aim is good. That'd be awesome, but no. He was on The Voice.
Hey!
He
Does
was
he have
on
a
The
voice? Is he ugly?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't, but he's one of those kids who's got that. Do they call it the Mackie D's haircut, where they get the perm on top and they shave the sides?
I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh,
but they do call
I know
it
the
something.
one you're about.
But it looks terrible. He sings okay. He's never going to make it big because he's not got one of those voices that cuts through the background. It's like, yes, okay, you're in tune, but if you ever want to make it big, there's got to be something distinctive about it.
Yeah.
He's come have a couple lessons from me, doesn't he?
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was just a nightmare, and I'm already bored of all the politics stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Barely
boring.
begun.
I know.
Barely
But
begun.
every
Fuck the
day.
win.
I've got two friends. One's a Tory, one's a Labour supporter, and just constantly my timelines are being filled up with.
Oh, is that, yeah.
I don't
isn't
go
it?
on Facebook.
Today was like
It's on literally everything.
I don't
Even
normally
text
have-
messages.
I don't ever get involved with like the stuff that my brother-in-law is very Labour and very vocal about it. I don't ever get involved with anything like that. But today I had to comment because it's just like what they announced today. I was like, are they fucking deluded?
What was announced today?
That they want to give everyone super fast broadband for free. And
Oh yeah, I heard this.
They're
Yeah.
nationalising
That's
broadband.
never gonna
I was
happen.
like, what? Some people haven't even got fast at the moment, and it's paid for. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck are you going to do it for free?
Yeah,
like,
ain't gonna happen.
like, oh my god, that was announced, and I was like, are you? That I don't know. To me, that felt like absolute class at straws. That felt like, what's going to win someone over?
Oh, no,
those kids like that broadband. say about that. And it's like, oh yeah, it's fast, isn't it? That's super fast.
I find with Labour for the past like half decade, it's a lot of here's a cool idea. Wouldn't this be cool? Be cool if we did this, wouldn't it? Maybe you should vote for us. But I don't think any of that shit's going to happen.
Well, no, because the big ones at the moment are the 4-day working week.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Well,
well,
that is a great idea.
It's a great idea.
I love
Never
it, but
going to
the problem
work.
is,
Yeah.
the pay won't be there. You'll get paid for 4 days.
Yeah.
Not for the 5.
Oh yeah.
People can barely afford to live on 5 days'
The
work.
idea for that is they want to
Increase
pay people more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For per
I'm going
hour.
to pay you more to do less because they found out, and there are studies that say if people have more
It's
time
not
off,
productivity.
they
Yeah.
work better.
Yeah.
Norway do it.
Within
This,
the time
this
to
is
do it.
now norm in Norway. Norway have
Yeah.
4
Norm
days.
in Norway.
3-day weekends, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but then Norway are very big business culture, and they're privatised. A lot of it, isn't it? A lot of Norway's privatised or something.
I don't know.
Like
I
that
don't know a
anyway.
lot about Norway.
But then their minimum wage is like the average household in Norway is earning 56 grand a year.
Fuck me.
It's like, well, kind of can afford to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We not so much can't. We have
No.
food banks around the corner. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the award ceremony, they were talking about how much money they'd raised for people in the food banks they'd done. And then he comes on to talk about, oh, yeah, well, Eastbourne's great. It's doing great. Everyone's really happy. And you're just like, did you not hear that section about food banks and poverty and them having to buy tampons for the girls at school
Don't worry
and things
about
like
it.
that? You're just like,
It's going great. All
It's
right,
going
that's
great.
all we need to know. Eastbourne's great.
I've been here
Everyone's
for the
happy.
last 17 years just rocking out. It's all right, guys. I've got this.
did you see the crazy thing in town the other day? That so it's a real good idea for charity, but these two people have started up this. They're calling it an illegal charity because it's not fully registered. But basically, they're getting people to donate coats, and there's a rack in town where people can take coats and leave old coats they don't wear anymore for the homeless to come along and take a coat that fits them.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a great idea.
Yeah.
But these coats aren't tested. So if someone gets ill or cold on a coat that isn't tested, then they can sue them.
Oh, what? They get on pneumonia and die or something.
Tested for
Yeah,
what?
I was like, well, people there were like, well, if they're not, like, if you're saying it's to keep them warm, we don't know it's to keep them warm unless we know it's a certain tog or that. And I'm like, oh my god,
Imagine a homeless person suing someone.
Just take two coats then.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, this one's a little bit
It's like
thin. I'll
these
put a
two-
second one on.
I do fear very litigious homeless people.
these two people
It's terrifying.
try to do something nice. And then they just like get all this hate from the government, being like, can't do that, no, can't do that. Has it been, was it pack tested? Was it
Pat tested.
Pat tested.
Pat tested is when you do it for the electronic.
Yeah, but I say they're pack testing coats
Yeah.
now.
They go, well, might as well, why not? Imagine
No.
walking around with a little pass on. One pass, mate. Yeah, one passed. Fucking hell.
Can you imagine they have to walk around with big tags and like bands around their arms saying their coats have
I've
been
been
tested.
tested.
It's fucking ludicrous, isn't it? Absolutely ludicrous. Oh, God. So, I've another little side note around the thing.
Yeah.
I went to that cat cafe on Sunday.
I just
Oh,
walked
yeah?
past there.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I went to one in London. It was also terrible.
This one is £5 to get in.
Right.
So,
Whoa, you have to pay to get in?
Yep.
Yeah.
£5 to get in.
Right.
That's the thing with cat cafes.
And then, so we went there, and then you can't take anyone under the age of 11 there.
Yeah, because
That's a massive market gone.
Yeah.
Kids
'cause
will
it's
beat
the
cats up.
little
Yeah, kids would be like, oh, look at you, what the fuck is this? Oh, look at this, I'm stroking the cat. The cat's like, no hair left. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Siamese when we came in. And then we ordered, I had a cheese and pickle sandwich.
right.
Okay.
Because I was like,
Pretty standard.
the menu was very small. And
Yeah.
I was like, nothing's really taking my fancy.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. It was £5.50 for a cheese and pickle sandwich. And it literally was a cheese and pickle sandwich. Like, no garnish, no chips. It was like I'd made it at home and just slapped it on a plate. And I was like, oh, that looks appetizing. It was literally just like, it was bare minimum. I was like, oh, okay, fair dues. So we spent like 23 quid or something there, having a coffee each, sandwich, and getting in.
Yep.
And I said, Sarah, and she was getting annoyed at me because probably like quarreling with you, and I'm like, this place is going to probably bankrupt in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
She's like, don't talk about it. And I'm like, well, people who like cats have cats.
Yep.
People aren't going to go out and spend £5 on cats, and then more money on a shit sandwich.
There's people in there and all
Like,
last.
it'll be the shit food and the shit drink that would end up turning it away because there
Yeah.
are some people
Well,
who
you-
can't have
Oh,
cats
yeah,
in their
yeah.
thing and they're like, oh, I
Yeah.
want a cat, but I can't
Well,
have it in my
there's-
rented accommodation. So,
There's so much like nowadays. If you go back 10 years, then you probably get away with it. But now where coffee or cafes, or whatever, are so competitive, like
But you're there for the cats, aren't you? You're not there for the food.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
go there for the cats, but you stay for the
the
food.
novelty kind of wears off. So you go, like you do go there for cats, but you don't want to go there every single time we're in town, do you? Sometimes you go, I actually want a decent panini. I actually want a decent sandwich this time.
Well, I can't ever.
Would you pay
imagine being
£10?
regular at a cat cafe?
No.
Would you pay £10 for a
It's a
sandwich?
novelty,
Because that's
isn't
what
it?
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, £5 to get in, £5 for the
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I was like, this is never going to work.
Yeah.
Not in a million years. And the cats are weird.
What's wrong with them?
They're like, they're just weird. Cats are weird.
What's
I
wrong
find,
with the
anyway.
cats?
I don't know, like you pick it up, it's like, meow! You're like, well, you surely should
Are
be
you
public
grabbing it
cat.
by the eyes?
No, you just
What's
picked it
wrong
up,
with
and I was
you?
like, all right, fine. There it is. And then there's all these toys around him, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want a fucking toy for. Like,
He's never met a cat before,
He's
has he?
never met.
We used
I've
to have
got
a cat.
two.
we used to have a cat, and they just go off to do their own thing, and I
That's
just
the point of cats.
exactly.
Yeah.
So locking them in is going to make them fucking senile.
No, you get indoor cats.
Yeah, my
As
two are
long as
adult.
they're like having enough
Nine
stimulation, it's
nine
fine.
women locked in one room, mate. I don't care what animal they are. Fucking that is asking for trouble. And they are mostly women.
It's probably a good idea.
Well, yeah, you can't really mix the other way because the blokes would rip the shit out of each other, and you can't have one bloke in there because if you go,
I didn't think there was even one bloke.
all you'll see is him banging away all these cats.
Pretty
like,
much.
You sick little bastard.
That's what cats are like.
But I would pay the £5 then.
To watch cats bang.
Catty sex show. Yeah.
Nice.
Why not?
Nice.
Horny cats gross me the fuck out. You know when like girl cats get really horny?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and they're like showing you their vagina. It's
Yeah.
like, leave me alone, please. Like I don't want to touch them. It's like in case they just come immediately. You know what I mean? It's like, please leave me alone.
You schedule sexual power.
Exactly.
Just,
well, like there was one cat Em had. It lives at her mum's, and it really liked me. Like growing up, like as a kitten, it would always like come to see me all the time. It constantly sit on my lap. It wouldn't leave me while I was there. And then it reached sexual maturity and started trying to bang me. It was constantly like backing up to me, like showing me its vagina. And it's like, fuck off! I don't want to talk to you now, you little creep. You sex fiend. Horrible. And then
you freaked me out with your dirty sex talk.
Then her dad banged her.
Your dad banged your missus.
Her dad. The cat's dad.
You missed
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
I heard her dad banged
Banged her.
it, as in your missus's father.
No,
Banged your missus.
he's in Ireland. He's long gone. Yeah. But yeah, the cat, her cat tried to. No, her dad banged her.
Nice.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there's
Not
two-
nice, but
His balls were gone, but he was still going at it.
Still going at it.
Doing his best.
In my head, I've still got this story of some really old dude there going, "Shh, Tom, shh, I'll deal with this cat."
Leave it to me.
But in an Irish accent, I can't do
Well, I
that.
also can't do one.
Irish. That's not
That's
even
spot on.
close.
That
is
was
it?
really good.
That's all right.
It's about Fallen Order.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Oh yeah, cool.
I didn't get to play much because I was helping Dad set up his new TV, so that distracted me. Bastard.
bitch.
Yeah, but I'll be playing it all day tomorrow. I see what you mean about running.
I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard incredible things about it. Apart from current gen, not
Yeah, I've
premium
got the
gen,
standard PS4.
it
It's
runs
not Pro.
awfully, and like even with a GTX 1080, like a 250 quid graphics card,
Yeah.
it runs badly.
Okay, no, it's not awful on PS4.
Like you can't run it on max settings unless you have around about a £700 or £800 graphics
Well, I
card,
wouldn't know PC
and you need
wise.
32 gig of RAM to run it on max. Like it's a very basically high spec game.
Yeah,
It's even apparently it doesn't like there's frame rate drops on Xbox One X.
that's what I'm gonna say. I get a bit of chugging on PS4.
Yeah.
It's not like unbearable. It's fine. It's just you expect it to be locked at 30 frames, but it isn't.
No, it's not even up
Yeah.
to 60 on One X.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah, but it's like gameplay wise so far, it is really good. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm lacking a tutorial in a controlled environment because the tutorial is quite hectic. Like you're on top of a speeding train fighting 4 guys at once.
Right.
When obviously it's a Souls kind of combat wise, it's a Souls like game. Usually you would sort of draw out one enemy,
yeah.
fighting one at a time, so you're not getting overrun. But when there's 4 of them just having at you, I have died a fair few times already just from that. And then you get like sort of large creatures like mini bosses. They fuck me up all the time.
Well, they did. Yeah, I mean, I've watched quite a few because I'm not all out like was sold and buying it straight away. So I was like, I'll watch reviews and read reviews and see what they're selling it. And everyone said that it's like it's very Souls-like in terms of any creature can punish you.
Oh,
like
anything
you're just
can
running
fuck
through an
you up,
environment and you come across a creature and all of a sudden that can fuck you up.
Yeah.
And even there's like not bonfires, like Jedi
There is,
stations.
There is, yeah. Well, they're not
camp out,
bonfires,
and
but
then
you
you, like,
meditate.
And you meditate, but if you choose to sleep, it respawns all the enemies in the area.
Yeah, you can rest, you get full health, and yeah, you respawn the enemies.
I've got like the idea of
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah,
It's good. Yeah, like I say, I'm barely scratching the surface.
I've heard BD1's the cutest thing.
He's
in the
very
world.
cute. He's a cute droid.
And he's useful apparently, which is always good.
He's useful. Yeah, he's for traversal even. He helps you with that. What was I gonna say? There's been a couple gripe wise. I feel like I need like VAR to see whether I'm pressing dodge or not. Like I need to go to the can we go to VAR for that one, please?
Because I'm pretty sure I pressed dodge there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, how the fuck did I die there? I dodged.
That could also be coming down to the current standard gen consoles. Like
Could be, yeah.
I'm saying all I heard was that
I've had some pop-ins.
an amazing game.
Yeah.
Model pop-in, not texture.
But
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
Not loads. I've had it twice and once during a cutscene.
I've heard that it's just it just doesn't run nice on. The only review I've seen that like didn't complain about anything was they said that what they were running it on PC wise, and it's like nearly a £3,000 PC. So I was like, probably haven't got issue. But people who even saying
Didn't
they've
IGN
got,
give it 9 out of 10 or something?
Yeah, they
like
did.
that?
Yeah. So I think you two probably both like.
that's middle of the
what I've played
ballpark
so far.
at the moment. Most, I mean,
I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Seems-
avoid a
I mean,
lot
I
of bits on it.
was sold on it already because I wanted to see the story, but the gameplay it seems to be really well made. Like it's a really well made game.
I mean, I'm gonna.
And you can customize your lightsaber. I'm just saying, that's all I ever wanted.
Have you not seen the review bombing for this?
No.
It's
Oh, I saw your
ridiculous.
tweet earlier.
So stupid. Does my fucking head in.
What's this?
So like apparently you can customize loads of shit. You can there's new skins for BD1. There's new lightsaber skins. There's new cloak skins.
Yeah,
and
you can get.
and people are like, oh, there's even loot in
clothes.
this game. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's no loot boxes. You just find
you
loot.
find it. There's
And people
crates
are
in
like,
the world
EA can't get away from making a game with loot. And I was like, EA didn't make the game for fuck's sake.
Are you kidding me? I love the customization.
But you got to remember,
I'm happy to
people
find more
will
stuff.
find any excuse to hate on EA. Like, any excuse possible. They're going to make the best game in the world.
Yeah.
It's never going to get best game in the world from a user standpoint because it's EA.
If this game doesn't do well, that they're going to bury Respawn. Yeah, I think.
They bloody better not, because Respawn are like the shit. They are the best fucking developers.
I still want to play
Titanfall 2
I really
is
want to play that.
the best. I'm playing it quite a lot at the moment with Luke.
Nice.
We keep jumping on and playing multiplayer in Titanfall 2, and it is the best shooter movement multiplayer I've had.
Well, a lot of people are saying that the game has actually come out so well because where Respawn effectively nailed it, for lack of a better term, with Apex Legends in terms of they released it out of nowhere, made EA a shit ton of
Faded
money.
away though.
It has, but it's still very popular. It's got a big esports scene.
I suppose so. Yeah.
And where they've done that, EA apparently have kind of been able to go, all right, do your thing with Fallen Order. And a lot of people are saying that they feel like that's. But also I had a rumour this is EA's last chance with Star Wars.
I wouldn't be
license.
surprised. Well,
I think EA are going to lose the Star Wars license anyway. Because have you seen the stuff that's going on with Disney Plus?
Well, they're probably going to make their own.
Well, it's a
studio,
massive
aren't
hit,
they?
and the Mandalorian story is apparently
great,
fucking amazing.
We're
and
going to get
gonna
into one by May.
Yeah, I know. I'm so gutted. They're going to make it into a movie, and they're making so much money from this.
Wow.
They're now sitting there going, well,
studio.
let's just make a studio and publish our own games.
What about LucasArts? Bring them back, you bastards. Why did you kill them?
Well, only if they bring back Monkey Island.
Or Day of the
They
Tentacle.
could do.
Both.
I never played both.
Day of the Tentacle's great. Monkey Island's good. I preferred Day of the Tentacle myself.
Monkey Island
Well,
has
you're
the
saying Monkey
best
Island's
combat
better.
system ever. In any game. Ever. It's the combat system, you've got to learn to sword fight.
Okay.
But to sword fight, you've got to know the right response to their line.
Right.
So their line could be, I can't remember any real ones, but you fight like a hamster. And
you've got to do a comeback.
You've got to do a comeback.
Oh, I
and
see.
that's how the fighting system works, and you slowly learn the right comebacks to go with their responses.
That sounds good.
And there's a whole load. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I spent ages learning how to fight in that game. I had a book where it was like,
So
right, if you say
long
this
to
and
play.
do that, and loved it.
Well, so far in Fallen Order, I can't smell the stench of EA anywhere.
No, that's what I've heard from any critic review has said it is flawless in terms of a Star Wars video game. It's just in terms of it doesn't run great on some hardware. That's the only criticism I heard was it doesn't run great on certain hardware.
Yeah.
But do you
I'm
think
sure
that
they could do
may
some
be
updates
because
optimization-wise.
Respawn, when they were doing the game, when they were making the game, were like, we're making this for the next
Well, this
generation
was-
of consoles?
Yeah.
And then EA have turned around and gone,
Possibly.
look, we have fucked Star Wars. And they're really pissed, guys.
Yeah.
You've done a really great job of these games. Please, can we bring it forward? Is there any way? And they've sat there and gone, look, we can, but we're never going to get it down to the point that it's going to run beautifully.
Yeah.
Because we can't, what this is doing so much more. So we'll release this one, and then when the new ones come out, you need to promise that we're going to be able to release a Fallen Order, the full testicles, right? Where you then go in there and it's just fucking beautiful.
Well, it does work.
Smooth
You're
and
guaranteed to
run.
have story DLC from it. Like, you're
Oh,
guaranteed.
probably, yeah. And like I say, it's still time to update maybe some optimization stuff.
I mean, you're right, because like it's just exactly the same as CDPR with Cyberpunk. They're like their PC stats are like people are like, what? you want me to spend all this money to play the game on minimum specs? And they're like, yeah, this is a game for the future. Like, do you want us to make the game we want to make, or do you want us to hold back on it? And then people are like, okay. They're like, you wanted this game for the last 8 years, we're going to make the game we want, and we're not going to hold back. And so people are like, all right, there's £1,000 for a graphics card, give me ray tracing right now. But yeah, I think it'll be the same. I think in terms of running like Cyberpunk on a PlayStation, I think you'll probably get drops here or there, but it will run. I think you play it on PS5, Xbox Scarlet, or PC in a year's time when it's gone down a bit in price.
I think we're nearly getting the point in console bits where there's no point buying these big new games. Because really, you want them on the next gens.
Yeah.
Fine for your Call of Duties, your FIFAs, your Maddens, all of that lot, because to be honest, they really are just reskins, things like that. So there's not a lot there. But when we start hitting these Cyberpunks and all of that lot, you really want to wait until next gen so you can sit there and go, oh my god, that just... Yeah.
I wonder how many people bought GTA 5 twice. Because
I've bought it more than once.
I mean, once on PS3, once on PS4.
I've done that.
Yes, so have I.
I've also bought it on Xbox.
Oh, you got both consoles.
Yeah.
Another thing I did see about Fallen Order was people are really pushing now, or they're hoping that EA will loosen their grip on Frostbite, because it was actually developed in Unreal.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's not in Frostbite.
Oh.
So, and it's the first game EA have released in like 7 years from a third party that isn't to do with their own engine. And people are really hoping that they'll go, well, actually, our third party devs or whatever can use Unreal, because people are saying this game wouldn't work in Frostbite the way Frostbite's a sports game engine effectively that people learn to make, and this has been used. Unreal, which is apparently it's where also Respawn have their most experiences with Unreal. It's where they can get the most out of the game. Yeah. So credit where credit's due. If EA have done that and said go do it in a engine that isn't ours, then fair enough. And like, I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm an arm where I'm playing it.
Music's great, by the way.
You can run tests on it on your PC, and I can run it at like mid settings. That's it. But I can. What I like about PC is I can lock frame rate. Yeah. Whereas on console you can't lock the frame rate.
Yeah. Well,
so I can just
locked, isn't it? 30,
yeah, but as in I can drop it from 60 rather than having it try and fluctuate. I can just go. I'll just take the 30. I'm fine with the 30. Give me the 30 rather than console chugging away. But
are you two both frame rate people in general?
No.
Neither am I.
I'll take frame rate over anything
coming from
else.
someone who played a NES.
Frame rate over what?
I'll take frame rate
I've
over anything
got a
else.
frame rate of 8.
Like, so if I had the option of like HDR or like high quality textures, I'd drop all that to take frame rate.
I guess so. Yeah, good point.
If it's a shooter, I'll take frame rate.
But I think
it's not.
Destiny's ruined PC gaming for me a lot, because Destiny is like so well optimized that running it at 60 frames, like in glorious and ultra settings, is fine on my PC. So I'm running that and it looks incredible. And then I jump across something else and I'm like, well, I've got to drop the settings here. This isn't very nice. But it's just because Destiny is just so well optimized. Bungie does such an incredible job of going, anyway, anyone can play this game pretty much. Like, it's just like...
What's the argument for going higher than 60?
I don't think there is one. I'm actually tempted to play Fallen Order on Stadia, because I can like max out every single setting.
Oh, I guess, good point. Yeah.
I can literally just go...
that game could be an issue.
But that's what I'm going to wait and see what it's like on like Destiny and see how it feels. If it doesn't feel too
bad...
bad...
Will it be an issue?
Parrying and stuff. Though saying that...
No, thinking about how they're going to go for it, the latency...
Oh yeah, they're doing like a predictive thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to actually see that game on Stadia to see how it does.
Because I've got a 4K TV, so I can run it in 4K, full HDR, or like everything set on.
Maybe you should wait
in ultra settings. Rather than spending £1,000 on a PC to upgrade it, I can just go, I'll just spend 50 quid on fucking Fallen Order and play it here. Like, and while I'm taking a shit, on the phone, mate. It's got a 4K screen, so I'm fine. That's it.
Should we do a podcast?
Yeah.
Should we do it then? Let's do it.
How long has this one gone on for?
God, no. What are we on
It's
now?
only about 20 minutes. That's not bad.
We'll pick it back up in the post-show.
Yeah. What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, Season 2, Episode 38, a weekly podcast. We get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing. We go through latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. This week's main topic's a bit of a relaxed, chilled one. We're kind of just chewing the fat over XO19, which was the Xbox's not first ever, because I think they used to host a show, but their most recent new rejig relaunch of their first party show, much like what PlayStation do in December. And we got some okay announcements. We got some very good news, I think, but we're going to chew the fat on what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, and where we think that puts Sony going into PlayStation's one in December. Going through me, as they do every week, ploughing through me. As always, is Dan from At the Dice Bar. It's not the only thing. I'm on fire.
Hey guys, he's there. He is there.
Let's just call it quits on the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
It's not going to get any better than that.
Joining me and going through all of the news, as always, is Dan from At the Dice Bear.
Hello.
And Tom from Actually Can Profit.
Hello.
How have we been doing, gents?
Well, apparently I've been going through you
Yeah. That's
So
why
we do every
pretty
week.
damn good.
that's why I'm so happy. That's it. That's why I'm on fire. Yeah, you had a good week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do you know what that just reminded me of? Then do you remember Screech from?
Oh yeah. Say
Police
what about?
Academy?
Oh no, yeah.
No.
Do you remember it? He come in like number 4 or 5. He
I may
started.
not have seen that deep into the police.
And then he talks to me like.
I just want to be a friend.
That really rings a bell when you
Yeah.
did it like that.
He was a lot better impression than I done. A damn sight better impression.
You're sounding like Arnie. Like
Yeah.
big.
I'm doing the scene from Total Recall, you know, when he's like on the moon. Like,
Eyes bulging out.
I completely forgot about him as a character
Yeah.
in Police Academy. Oh my god, he's so
You're
good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Apology
fine.
accepted.
It's fine. Like I said, this is the Indie Incredible podcast where we chat about indie games. You can find us on all podcast services if you're listening to us. We're available everywhere. We get updated every Monday evening for you guys. Sometimes it goes up slightly later if we are stuck to embargoes. For example, last week it didn't go up until Tuesday because I couldn't because of a certain game we were speaking about. I held off on a day. And then it's also available on YouTube everywhere. And those who are watching will notice that we've stuck with the camera angle from last week because we got some very nice feedback from our patrons who liked the camera angle.
Interesting.
We just actually have a tripod this time. So I don't know if you guys saw the video. The video last time was a little bit bouncy because
Bring back the books, I say.
because what it was on was a little bit bouncy every time we moved. Whereas this should be okay.
I'm going to kick that over one day.
Probably would do. Probably
Just
would do.
running.
And we're also available on patreon.com/Indecredible, where $1 a month gets you access to our pre and post show where we just chat nonsense. Tom spoke a little bit about Fallen Order. Dan spoke about politicians. That makes you sound really boring.
I am really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I spoke about cats. That's how good it was.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Let's kick off, gents, as always, with what we've been playing. Who wants to go off with this one, people?
Daniel.
Actually, but I played a lot this week.
I see. I've only played
No,
one thing, and Lewis played it too. So I'm gonna.
I'm gonna skip
my
through
review.
some of it
Well done.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
because some of it I can't remember if I spoke about it last week. A Year of Rain.
Yeah, you spoke about Re around
So
last week.
Year of Rain RTS game. I've been playing that some more. It's kind of like Warcraft 3.
Oh yes.
You
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Like
It's
dumbass
Pathfinding.
pathfinding.
Yeah.
I thought you just called me a dumbass.
I was like,
dumbass. No, the pathfinding of the AI characters is pretty weak. The actual computer you play against can be really crap sometimes.
It's got online, isn't it?
But yeah, it's online. You can play 2v2. You can play 1v1. It's an RTS game. You build your base. You build them up. I'm really enjoying it. They have been back in touch and basically said, look, we know these are problems.
I saw it. They tweeted, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw they tweeted you. Yeah.
It's early access. It's got a ton of possibilities. It is really nice as you build, as you get quicker, as you start actually learning how the game works. You start realising that your heroes are incredibly powerful. It kind of, in the end, mixes an almost Smite element into it, of you building your heroes up to get them more powerful before anyone else. So you've got to hit these random camps about the place to build yourself up faster,
Nice.
like you would in Smite. So you can really see this sort of MOBA edge to it that sort of I hadn't noticed before while on the review one. So I've been playing that. That's good.
Excellent.
I put some more time into Citadel Forged with Fire, which is the online RPG, which is almost like
The Russian,
Yes.
the Russian MMO.
the Russian MMO, which is
Yes.
still just
Yeah.
full of,
Yeah.
still full of Russians. It's very,
Ah.
it's kind of like Conan Exiles, except it makes. Do you remember the
do
first?
they hang dong?
Do they hang dong?
Yeah.
No. But your
No good.
character, the
0 out of
character
10.
creation is top. Seriously, because
Well, how?
every single aspect of your character has a sort of width and height added to it. So if you press random, you can have massive shoulders, a tiny pelvis, and the biggest thighs you've seen, but ickle bickle feet.
I might need to play this game.
And you're there going, what am I?
You sold me on this?
Yes, yeah.
Is this a free game?
No, unfortunately
It's
it's
on
not.
PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's on consoles.
Oh, okay,
How much
I've been
is it?
playing it on PC. I don't know.
When?
Oh, sorry. Oh, missed the code here.
I need a key.
Yeah, go on.
25 quid.
That'd be really good actually, because I'd like to play this game with someone who
You play on
spoke English.
PC, yeah?
Please,
Yeah.
please put like a translator through so everything you say comes out in Russian.
I will do it.
We'll do
I
a
know
special
Russian.
one-off.
I'll
They
Russian-
offered me an
contact
extra
my
key,
Russian friend.
and I said
get
no.
it.
because I was
Glasnost, Gorbachev vodka.
Zya.
Yeah. I'm still playing that, but kind of like Conan Exiles, is I still feel like I need another 50 hours before the game begins.
Yeah.
I'm still feel like I'm learning how to move your character across. I'm learning how to
Right.
place the
There's a lot of
building
this,
blocks. It's huge. There's so much you can do in it, and so many different
How does it
collectibles.
run?
It's a bit jank every now and again.
Alright, okay.
There's been twice I've fallen through a mountain.
That's always fun, though.
But I kind of like the story. You wake up and you are, as the game is called, Forged in Fire. You're a wizard who has come out of this volcano fire stuff. You're literally burning, and you slowly cool down. And at that point, you then do fetch quests and shit. You know,
I'll blast
yawn.
through that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but once you start moving out into the world, it gets quite interesting. You're like, okay, I want to know more, but I'm not there yet. So it's very early in its build. I think later on, kind of like Conan Exiles. When Conan Exiles first came out, it was shocking. As in, you'd fall through everything. Your character would stand in one place just dancing for a while. And you're like, has the game broken? Am I still playing? Why am I getting XP for this? and all of that. Like, whereas now, it's got a hell of a community to it, and there's a whole lot going on with it. But yet again, you need to put in that 50, 60 hours before the game actually starts.
Yeah.
Which is a hell of a thing. So I'm plugging away at that, doing a couple of hours every now and again, just trying to get through this first bit. So playing that, don't know yet.
Okay.
Don't know, but it is full of Russians, so I don't understand anyone.
Well,
and they'll talk to me.
I'll change that.
And they'll talk in Russian, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
I'm so sorry.
I'm English. We're xenophobic. We hate foreigners.
I hate anyone
Everyone.
further than 2 meters away from me.
Yeah, he doesn't talk to me during the week. The only time we speak is when we're in this room.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got sent another game. I got sent the press copy of the Ottoman Empire, which is the otter-based arena shooter type. You've got to destroy robots, bits like that. You can actually wish list it on Steam at the moment. Whatever the hell that means. I've never wished for anything on Steam.
That means
apart
when
from free
it gets
games.
discounted, it'll be like
A little notification.
something on your wish list has been discounted. Here's how much it is now. Yeah.
Or when it releases.
Or when it
When
releases.
this game's out now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, apparently you can do that now.
Okay.
But picking through the otters, I can't decide which otter I want to be. There is one guy who's got a rocket launcher and he's really slow, and when you're playing single player, don't play as the slow otter. Because everything just butchers you. Because there's AI robots.
There's no
you've got.
support.
Well, I'm the only one playing it at the moment. As soon as you go out to play this game, you're like, yeah, let's play. Oh god, it's me. Oh god, I've got a huge gun which will kill anything in one shot, but I walk so slowly, and there's a whole load of bad guys. And then you've got the little ones with the dual guns, and you go around so you can play. It's supposed to be played with a controller. The dash motion at the moment isn't great. It doesn't fully work as you're going. The timing of how you tap it is very inconsistent.
I apologise.
But it is actually a really nice, fun at the moment. Just shooter, a silly shooter,
Okay.
and that's what it is.
I love silly shooters.
Yeah.
So I like to play this game.
Yeah, it's It's kind of like if Overwatch
We
took
should go
itself
pro.
less. Oh, do you reckon we could go
Three
pro?
of us should go pro on the Ottoman Empire.
That'd be
I can
amazing.
carry you.
Physically, yes.
But yes. So the Ottoman Empire, spelled Ottoman Empire, exactly like the Ottoman Empire. I was wrong. I thought maybe there was a spelling difference, but no.
It's not spelled Ottoman Empire.
Yes, but that's how the Ottoman Empire is spelled.
I thought that was spelled Ottoman Empire.
Or maybe it is. I'm dyslexic.
You dyslexic bastard.
Yeah, you be
Learn how to
jealous.
spell, you idiot.
So it's not a case of learning
Learn how to
spell.
spell, moron. Alright? Dyslexic.
So we get really good holidays, yeah? We go back to talking about our holidays.
We can learn to spell in that time.
At least I can read.
I can read, dickhead. I can't spell.
Idiot over there can't read.
Same thing, innit? Spelling and reading.
I played Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Alright.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
Is
the
the
rhythm game.
rhythm-based pop album,
Yeah, yeah.
is what it
This
is.
is news to me.
Apple
Inform
Arcade.
me.
I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but I know it's on Apple Arcade.
Oh, it's on Nintendo Switch. It's
Oh, there you
on,
go.
on most things at the moment. It is a beautiful shit rhythm game.
What's it called again?
Right.
Sayonara.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. And yes, so it's basically supposed to be a rhythm game. You're going through a pop track is supposed to start playing,
Yeah.
and then you go through these most messed up, beautiful worlds where you're kind of like in part of a bike gang and you're taking down other bikers. So you collect coins as you go, and then there is rhythm-based button jumps that you've got to do and move between. It's honestly, it's really hard to describe because every level is just trippy as fuck.
I'm gonna
Right?
quietly
There's
look
one
it up.
where you ditch your
It's nice- it looks
motorbike,
nice visually.
jump on the back of a stag, and then start going through the forest where you're then attacked by a three-headed robot dog, and then the world changes, and then visually it's beautiful. As a game, the rhythm elements are nothing. You don't even have to do it in time.
Right, okay.
Well,
So,
the timing doesn't matter. I can literally be like, I missed that. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, I'm supposed to press a button. Boop. Well done, you passed. Oh,
that
yeah.
sucks.
And you're just like, okay, that doesn't quite work. The pop songs, there's a couple of them where it starts kicking into it, and you're like, oh my god, this is a really catchy tune. I like this. And then the level ends. And you haven't even hit the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
And you're like, hang on, I thought this was supposed to be like a rhythm-based pop album that you're going through, where I'm going to be like, oh, look at this interesting bit. Hear this song, let's take this through. You know, I imagined it as if Muse released an album, but instead of releasing it as an album, they've released it as a video game. You're going, you're going to get here every song on this album, but you're going to play it as a game. And I was like, you know what, that sounds fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I'd love that. And then there's maybe so far, I think I've got 4 more levels to complete. And so far I think I've heard 3 songs all the way through. The rest of the time they just kind of cut into them, and at the weirdest points as well. It's not like it seems like, oh look, here's the flow of the song, we're going to go through here, hit the middle 8 and then just end it. Okay, we haven't hit the chorus, but we're going to tease them into it and maybe that comes later. It's just like, here we go, we're going in, and then we'll stop the game there. You're like, hang on, the beat hasn't really kicked in yet, I haven't really heard the themes that it's playing against, and
It
it's
sounds
just
like a crap game. Quite honestly,
It's
the way
not-
you're describing it, it sounds crap.
It's not crap because visually it's brilliant.
So it's really pretty.
It's really pretty. The movement works. If you didn't call it a rhythm game and you went,
It's
it's an
the thing.
old school arcade shooter,
It'd be fine.
you'd be like, you know what, I'll go with this.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
But they do call it a rhythm game.
I
That's what
don't.
they say.
Well, part
do,
of the
yeah.
ones
I've
I've
heard-
seen is
I've
a
seen
rhythm game, but
game,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not a rhythm game,
Okay.
but it is very beautiful. The songs are really catchy. They're not my genre of music at all, but there are some definite catchy songs in there.
Is it by the same? Is it all one band?
I assume so. I haven't really
Yeah,
looked into
okay,
that
fair
because I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm here for the game. I did honestly think it was going to be another. What the hell's that game? Avicii? Is that?
Invector.
No. What's he called? He's called Avicii.
Avicii,
or,
yeah.
Avicii is
Yeah.
EDM you're thinking of.
Yeah,
genre of
Yawn
EDM.
Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Invector, then it's great.
No, I still think it's Yawn Factory, just with a good game attached to it.
Motherfucker. Doesn't know what he's talking about. He can't
Hey,
read,
don't-
can't spell.
Don't bring
Can't
cats
do
into
maths.
this.
You know,
I can do math. My maths is incredible.
It's making-
1 and 1, 2,
I'm
boom!
making up symptoms for dyslexia.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Can't use his left hand.
Yeah, you know, goes numb every 5 minutes.
I told you I played a lot. So I've got to get through. Sorry, guys. I played Woven, which is a game he sent me midway through the week.
Okay, alright.
So classic Indie Credible sends me a game is that I get a code and what it's for, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I get that now.
Here we go. Put it in. This game called Woven comes up. I'm like, I recognise this name. Why do I recognise this name?
I was too busy with Sparklight, so I couldn't play it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. It's fine. Send me codes. Go for it. I'm up for it.
Oh
I'll play games.
no! Free games.
Put it on, and I'm busy playing this game. Basically, you are a sewn together animal that lives in a woolen world, and you find this little machine. And this machine's sort of like, help me, something's gone wrong. Where are we going? There's a really spooky story going on, and you're going along this beautifully woolen world, and you keep finding the machines. And one of the machines is like an old Singer sewing machine, except kind of steampunked up. And if you go into it, you can change parts of your body. It'll re-stitch you. So you get new powers. So you change from, you start off as an elephant, you can get like a deer's head, which will allow you well, it doesn't allow you around, allows you to jump. And you're like, oh, this is really interesting. I like this idea. And you've basic puzzles you've got to go through, moving animals to different places, things like that. It's a very child-friendly game, as in puzzle-wise.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool. It has the worst control system for a console that I've played in God knows how long. So on the PC, basically it was where it started, and this is where I realised I've seen it before. It came out years ago.
Oh,
it came out years ago on
already
PC.
Released, yeah.
And you've got a menu system for your electronic bug that follows you around, and you've got a menu system for your little fluffy man who's going around and you can change bits for. Okay? Right. So to activate a machine, you go into the menu for the bug, you go activate machine, activates the machine. To look at things on the floor, inspect patterns, which will help you change the colour of your character. It doesn't do anything, it's just aesthetics.
Yeah.
You go into the menu system for your bug, you select look, and it looks.
Right.
And you're like, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
You want to jump with your main character, you go into the menu system for your character. You press jump, and he jumps. You can only jump in certain areas that are on the floor. And you want to stomp your foot or attack in some sort of way. You go into the menu system for your character. You select, you want to stomp the floor, and he stomps the floor. You're only ever using 2 buttons on a control pad that has a shit ton of buttons nowadays. And you're having to select jump and that. There's one point where there are 5 ledges very close to each other. There are these little circles on it, and you've got to go into the menu selection wheel, select jump, he'll jump to the next one. You walk forward 2 selects, go menu system, select jump, he jumps again. I've got to do this another 4 times, and you're just like, no kid is going to play this game.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Did
I
an
need to move this
person make that game? I've never heard of something
It
crazier
makes
in my life.
no sense at all. And you're sitting there going, why have they done this?
That's so weird.
Because as well,
That's
so
torture.
far, there may be more selections coming up, but for the distance I've got into the game, there are only 3 options to do anyway. Why can't I have my 4 buttons?
How long did you play it for?
Be a jump. I played it for an hour and 45 minutes. So
I'm surprised you made it that far.
Well, I to be honest, it's very cute. And you're walking around. It's an exploration puzzle game.
That's not enough. If that's the control scheme,
oh.
being cute isn't enough.
I was in that mood. I was zoning out after a day of dealing with children. You're just like, right, I'm going to go play a game. I don't have to think about this.
I'd have deleted that.
Well, to be honest,
Yeah.
when I got to the puzzle which I'm at the moment, and it's not a puzzle, right? Let's be quite clear. These are children's puzzles. You talk to a duck, the duck swims away, and then you have to jump over this. Hang on, let's go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps before. Basically, I assume before the duck gets back.
Right.
So you're on a time limit here.
Uh-huh.
So you rush to the start of the jump. Menu, jump. Next section. Menu, jump. Menu, jump. And I'm thinking, what the I gave up. Not because I couldn't do it. And not because the duck came back.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell the bird was. I was just like, I'm not sitting here going through this menu system.
Imagine games were just like that. You had to go to the menu for every action.
It really did blow my mind as I'm playing it, thinking, okay.
Does that count as turn-based?
Yes.
That's almost worse. That's so. I don't know.
Backward. It's like an Argos.
It makes
I'm blown away
It
by
makes
this.
absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense at all while it's there. It really does.
Someone needs to pay for this, right? There needs to be some justice.
Well, Alter Ego Games are the ones who made it, and I think you're right. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. I know that you can only jump once you've signed those parts on, but then again, that shouldn't mean you have to go into a menu system to say that's all right.
So weird.
It's just if they've got the parts, you press A and he jumps. Oh, look at that! I can play this game now.
Yeah.
Just really blew my mind. The last one I want to talk about. You know how last week we talked about games that went under the radar that people should play.
Yep.
Yes.
And we said ours, we had Gardens Between and all of those lot.
Mm-hmm.
I played Evoland Legendary Edition,
What is
right? Which came out in
yeah.
February early this year. It's an
Okay.
RPG game.
Yeah.
But it takes you through the generations of RPGs. So you start off as a top-down Game Boy game.
Yep. Turn-based, I assume.
No, Zelda,
Oh, okay.
right? But wait.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So you start top-down, it's green and black.
Right.
All you can do is move to the right. You move to the right, you open a chest, and it goes, now you've opened up being able to move to the left. And you're like, what is this game doing? You move to the left. Now you can move up and down. Okay, here we go. You get to the top, it goes, yeah, basically. But each chest you open as you travel through opens up a new thing that happens in RPG games. And it takes you through the very early style RPGs, from it being a Zelda style game of, right, well, you're moving across the map, and when you go out that side of the screen, the map scrolls across to there like Zelda, and then you see a new one.
Right.
To then you being in the centre of the screen and the map travels around with you, to then it going from 8-bit to 16-bit graphics, from going from these grayscale graphics to really pixelated colour graphics.
Yeah.
And all the time, it's each time you're opening a new chest that you're finding, it's introducing new elements of RPGs. Oh, well, now you've got levelling. Now you can collect different weapons and items. Now you've got these different bits that open bits here. Oh, now we've gone to the overworld map, and straight away it goes into a Final Fantasy VII sort of style look on the overworld map, but with dodgy pixel graphics. And each time you find a chest, they're literally opening up these different sort of traits, these genre-defining traits of different RPG games from throughout history. At the moment, I am pretty much in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Because graphically, the graphics change
Yeah.
as they've gone on from finding chests. If you don't find a chest, though, you still move through the game, but the graphics won't change. Things won't go forwards. You'll get
This
stuck in
sounds
these time
great.
ones. I am loving it.
Yeah.
Is there combat? Like,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so-
Turn based?
Uh,
Sometimes.
Or does
It's
it go
mixing.
with the time?
it goes with the
Sometimes
time.
turn-based.
And so if you go down into a dungeon, it's
Yeah.
very Zelda-esque dungeons.
Yeah.
So it's you swing your swords. When you're in the overworld, it's at the moment it's turn-based. But turn-based starts off turn-based early Final Fantasy, slowly moves up to 7. As I said, at the moment I'm hitting 8. So you're starting to get more materia and things like that, and it jokes about it. And your sword you get is Cloud Sword, and it jokes about it. And the whole thing is this is obviously a love letter to
Yeah.
RPG games
Sounds
as
like a
they've gone
playable
through.
museum of
Yeah.
RPGs.
And I'm loving it.
Sounds good.
I've
Evoland.
been
Wait,
Evoland
Paris?
Legendary Edition. I'm playing this on Nintendo Switch at the moment, and it's actually on sale in the UK or in the European zone or whatever as we speak. I don't know about the other areas, but it's
Sounds great.
and this one actually is 2 games. You get Evoland 1 and Evoland 2.
Okay.
So I mean, I haven't even hit Evoland 2 yet, so I don't know how long this is. But what's great is because I've hit number 8, 7, 8. As you go into the villages, each time it swaps between scenes, different parts of the village, it goes to a loading screen. But it's done on purpose. It's not a real loading screen, it's a fake one to remember you what it's like. And from one of the shop people, you can buy an upgraded DVD player, which will allow the loading screens to cut. And it's all these silly things in the end. You're like, I'm loving it.
I really
I'm
hope
absolutely
when you finish
loving it.
1 and you go to 2, it says please insert disc 2.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't
So
it? That'd be
good.
absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna. Well, maybe Evoland 2 isn't RPGs.
Oh, maybe they
What was
tried
the
a different genre.
Because it is
That's
the
supposed to shooters.
title. The title isn't RPG Evoland. It's Evoland.
Yeah. So just,
it's
but
the evolution of any kind of game.
that is how it's evolving.
What
Evolution of a sim game.
That's
Starts with Tamagotchi, ends up with SimCity 7000.
You can't actually play it because you have to be online all the time, otherwise it will shut it down.
Please return in 2022.
But this is a hidden gem. At the moment, this is a game that full on that I missed.
I've seen it. I've not didn't know anything of it.
Yeah, no, I completely missed it. I was like, no idea of this. Didn't know what it was. Evoland.
Nice.
Legendary Edition on Nintendo Switch. I think yet again it's Switch showing this is the place you want to play a lot of these games because I've been playing this a lot, as in at work.
Nice.
Yeah, kids do that. Shut up, you little shit.
Nice, you did play a lot, didn't you?
Yes, I played a lot. That's me. That's me done.
Well,
and that's the end of the podcast. How many hours have we been into this now?
Tommy boy, do you want to go next? Because I know what you've played, and I can
I've
then lead on to. I can lead on to mine.
A single game, because that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I played Sparklight, but I haven't finished it. I've only played a little bit of it because I've sort of been dipping in and out while Em's in the shower, or if she's not talking to me because she hates me.
And you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
You guys married yet?
No.
But that's what it will feel like.
But yeah, at first, I'm sure you probably know this already because it had quite a big launch this week with the trailers coming out everywhere. But
can I be honest about this? I don't know anything about this because I've been playing a shitload of other games, so I haven't actually had a chance.
Yeah, so I spoke about Spotlight last week, which is my review's up now anyway.
Yes, yeah.
It's the Zelda style,
top-down Zelda
action adventure game with Metroidvania-y,
roguelite,
very roguelite-y elements.
Roguelite Dire Zero.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like I might hate this game.
Well, you didn't get punished for dying.
That bit's not really a thing. The only thing you lose from dying is some of the little widgets. Is like they're like items you pick up when you're about.
And that's it. And the map's not big, so
no.
When you die, you probably lose 2 minutes of moving across the map. That is it.
Oh, okay.
So.
But yeah, it's got, obviously you mentioned in your review about how the upgrade system works, like these patches. It's almost like inventory.
That's my favourite element of the game.
Yeah, and it's like, additions like more damage, bigger health. You can charge this up quicker. You've got a map instantly of the world. You can see the world. Stuff like that you can add and combine things and take things off and swap around and stuff while you're playing, which changes the game quite a lot depending on what kind of style of play you want to go for.
Okay.
But it's just sort of fun. At first I didn't really get along with it. I thought this is kind of boring.
Okay.
Oh, well, it felt right at the beginning. It felt like it lacked the direction of a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like
as in the story isn't really there.
It's the thing, you know when you drop into one of those top-down Zelda games, you're like, this is your mission. Go to these dungeons and just finish this. Do you know what I mean? Like, go to each dungeon, get each upgrade from each dungeon, and then fight the boss. That's a Zelda game.
Yep.
This is more sort of you have that, but I didn't feel like. I was like, why am I really doing this?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
The story isn't bad, it's just not good.
I am ignoring it now.
But on a compliment to that, the game never forces you into this. It doesn't go like, we're trying to over promote this story. It doesn't ever overly force you down the story route. You just kind of it's there as a vehicle or a reason why you're going through dungeons.
There's a fair bit of grind to it, I will say.
So did you find that? So I didn't find there was a grind at all.
Sometimes there isn't because you just naturally pick up Sparklight, which is the currency of the world. You naturally pick it up just from killing enemies and whatnot. But sometimes when you think, I need that upgrade, I just kind of thought I'd naturally get it, so I just went and done whatever. Okay. For me, it's like, I really need that. It's going to help me a lot. Like for this boss, I feel like I need that. So I go down there specifically to grind Sparklight to get.
That's the issue with the game.
Yeah.
You don't need it for the bosses. And I say this in the review.
Oh, do you not?
It introduced these really cool gadgets, as they call them. And you got there's a ray gun you can get. There's you even get a bomb on a balloon, which is quite cool.
Yeah, you have to get blueprints for them in the workshop.
But the issue is, there's one or two environmental puzzles in that map section where you got it from that you can use to get a quarter heart patch to increase your health. But only one boss fight uses one gadget.
Really?
And that is it. And you don't even have to use the gadget on it. Like
Just makes it a bit easier.
there's a gadget that makes you go on. You can like go underwater,
Right.
for a very small amount of time, and the boss effectively has these lasers. So you can either just dodge the lasers, or you can just go into the pond and just press duck, and then get out and hit him. It's the only boss that utilises any of the gadgets,
Right.
and the gadgets feel seriously underutilised, and they're just there for no reason. Like they're there for padding, effectively, of going, go get this little shiny
I
tool.
find they make things slightly easier, but not hugely. Because I think a lot of the things you find in the world can do the same tasks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, accomplish the same goals in a different way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it. It makes things slightly.
How
easier
far in
sometimes.
are you? How many
Not far at all.
barons have you killed, or
I'm
titans?
in the wild. I'm in the Oaklands. Yeah.
So
Is it called Oaklands, the autumny area.
yeah.
I'm exploring that.
Yeah, the second part, yeah.
Yeah.
So I finished the game this week, and like I said in the review, I was enjoying it. I wasn't like blown away by it, but
Yeah.
I like these games anyway, and it was quite nice jumping in on the Switch, playing around. I quite like the gameplay loop.
It's quite casual.
I never went around and grinded for Sparklight. I just kind of
Yeah.
went and I was like, well, I know the dungeon's over there. I'll just take this long loop around to the dungeon and get a little bit extra on the way.
Yeah, fair
Like
enough.
so,
yeah.
I kind of done that kind of stuff, and then have you found out you can fuse patches?
Yes.
Because he didn't tell me that. Like I was like, I can't fit any more in here. I need more swim.
Oh, that's like straight
space.
away.
And then like I was like, oh,
That's the
wait.
first upgrade to the medical bay. where
See,
you
I didn't
do
read that
patch
because I saw you could upgrade it.
That's the
Upgrade
only
it.
thing I read.
I went straight back and was like, it's not bigger. I was so confused. I was like,
right, yeah.
why is it
The
not
fir-
bigger? Why have
the
I
first
made it?
upgrade is fusion, and then the second one is make your patch bigger.
Because
Stuff.
I didn't read. I was like,
Yeah.
I just assumed I'll just make it bigger.
I'm not reading any text.
Um,
Whenever there's a
there
story,
isn't,
I'm like,
there isn't any text.
skip all that. I
You
don't
do
care.
that with every game, don't you?
Well, it's one of it's fair. This
But there's one
It's
element.
not good enough for me to read. You know what I
Like
mean?
so,
You're mocking me for not being able to read, and there you are, Mr.
I choose
Skippy
not
along.
to. You know, with
Um,
my huge brain, and I can read and I have disgusting diseases like dyslexia. I can read and choose not to. How does it make you feel, Daniel?
Well, I can read and choose
You
not
barely
to
talk.
yeah.
Dyslexics, I hate them.
I won't speak about it for
It's
ages
also not a
because
disease,
We
but
need a
hey.
cleanse, if you ask me.
A cleanse. Nice.
I won't speak about it ages because the review's up anyway. But
Yeah.
it unfortunately it
I
doesn't
watched half your
utilise.
review, then I got in the shower.
It doesn't utilise your the equipment you want to
I
earn.
was about to say.
Yeah, stalk on.
But the
so.
biggest thing was, did you get to the part where I spoke about the final boss encounter?
No.
This is the worst part of the game, by a mile.
What's wrong with it?
So the game is so easy, like so easy. I
pretty
died.
easy, yeah.
I died once on the first ever boss because I went straight in there. Like I found where it's a Metrovania, you can find, and it changes every time. You can where the Titan hut is completely different another time. My first time in there, I was like, oh, what's this hut? I was like, oh shit, what do I do here?
Oh, right, and
I
then
have
you
no
just
idea what I'm
screwed,
doing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I've not even seen an enemy yet. I just found the boss straight away. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I ended up dying. That was the only time I died. Every other time I just kind of blitzed through. It was so fucking easy. And,
It's the only time you died at
oh no,
boss.
as in died at boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
otherwise
like
you die otherwise.
Amazing the
because
only time you died.
because you die. That's the idea of the
That's
map.
the
You
only
go
way
to
you
a
get
stronger
back to
area.
the
You get
hub
strong.
world.
You go back to
Oh, okay.
the refuse, and then
That's
you
what's called, yeah.
you upgrade and go. But the final boss fight, the Baron. Spoiler alert, because it's where they will talk about the Baron.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm skipping
Is the biggest
story,
load
so-
of bullshit I've ever seen.
Really?
It goes like this massive difficulty spike, and it's not a good difficulty spike. It relies completely on RNG. So basically, you have two boss encounters,
Okay.
and he does his AOE effects. These 4 different AOE attacks. We've all seen them before. Calls lightning down, but they come
Right.
across in different patterns.
Yeah.
Now it's a fine mechanic. The issue they have here is 2 of the patterns it comes down in are random. Like
Right.
so there are some that are horizontal lines, and you can pretty much work out exactly where they're going to be. And there's another one that's a cross that moves, and you can kind of work out pretty much where that's going to be. Whereas there's one that's complete random dots. Now the startup time on the animation is far too quick. That if you're in an area where it's going to hit, you can't get out of the way.
Right.
If you're not in an area it's going to hit, you're fine. If it was half a second longer on the startup animation on it, you could like kind of honing in animation. You could rocket boost out the way, or you could jump out the way, or you could run out the way, but you can't. And you also get caught in attack animations on the second part of it. So when I did beat him, like I was on Discord with your brother, I was playing the boss fight, and I was like, this is just bullshit, because I'm not dying because it's hard. I'm dying because I'm just complete unlucky.
Yeah.
When I did beat him, I beat him purely out of luck, because I was just like, they keep spawning over there. I'm not getting hit. And it was good. I didn't feel like I won the game. The game kind of went,
just cheesed it.
You're ready to win now. And it was honestly, I can see why they wanted to make it more of a challenge. And the only mistake on the design of it was the startup time on the AoE animations was too quick. There was no way to react to it.
Sounds crap.
So yeah, it was a really.
Sounds like a pass to me, to be honest.
It was a really shite end. It's not a game I'd send to go out there and.
He's skipping the story. You're saying you don't have to collect all the bits, and then you've got the final boss is RNG.
Yeah.
It's like
you lost me at roguelite and Metroidvania.
When I play it, I put my own music on, I turn the game music off, and I just sort of like chill out and go.
To be honest, I do that a lot with games anyway.
I don't know if I care about what the game's trying to sell me. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's what I said with
package. But because it's doing this whole 30-second loop because it's it's an old school style game. So it's just like oh yeah, this bit tune it's like 30 seconds over and over again. I was like, I'll turn that off, put my music on, and it's just sort of a long out game for me. It's not saying that I'm.
That's what I say. I mean, if someone likes Metroidvanias and they want something that's uber chilled, they can get through in about 5-6 hours.
It's probably better on the Switch because you can just dip in and out.
Then it's fine, but it's not a game I'd recommend to people. It's potentially seen as like my first Metroidvania, but
Yoku's Island Express.
It doesn't feel like a Metroidvania, to be honest.
No, but it is.
It just feels like
an action adventure game, isn't it?
You just feel like a Zelda, but the map changes often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, and that's what you played, isn't it?
Indie game wise, yeah.
I played more Spin Room XD.
I want to play this.
Yeah, I played more of that. I found that I was making a complete mistake last time. When I was moving the mouse around and clicking the mouse button, you don't have to click the mouse button. You just have to move it so you're in line with it. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it gets hard. Like the game gets, and you're doing so much at once. You're like,
that's right then.
But it's that good kind of room game that when you get it, you're like, fucking nailed it. I beat for Here I Come, baby. Woo! You're like, yeah. Headphones on, one ear off.
Oh yeah, one ear off, surely.
Of course, yeah.
Monster Energy in one hand.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
You've got a sponsor, so.
I line up my Warhammer figures there. Are you ready? I put one like so wobbly, so you hear it, and they're like, loving life. But no, it's fun. It's any rhythm game. It does what rhythm games should do, where it doesn't force you to keep playing it. It's just if you want to jump in and play some with me. Play some with me. If you don't want to play me for 6 months, don't play me for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I played a new game that I was recommended by a few people for like hidden gem games, which was I've actually had it on my Steam for ages, and I gave a key to Moloch, one of our patrons, and his daughter played it, and he got back in touch and she really liked it.
Yeah.
It's called Magic Revival Driftlands, and it's an RTS
Not
game,
really
basically.
a catchy name there, is
It
it?
certainly isn't, yeah.
It's an RTS game, much like something like The Settlers.
Okay.
Now, I kind of jumped into this, and the first 20 minutes, I was like, alright, whatever, cool, great. Like, the tutorial was really fecking boring. It was really like, now do this.
Well, most
and it's
are,
like,
let's be honest.
I've played an RTS before, like, can we get to the actual, I want to learn what your game...
Well,
like,
The Settlers, you say it's like The Settlers, that was quite a cutesy sort of...
Yeah, so this is that kind of...
So is this kind of my first RTS?
No, because it gets seriously fecking hard.
Alright, maybe not.
So, because this is what the tutorial is annoying. The tutorial is just an RTS tutorial. It's not a this game's tutorial. It's a this is how you play an RTS. Click here and then move down. I
mean,
know
I
to
could do
this.
that.
Yeah, it's like what's unique about your game? How do I play your game?
Yeah.
And it does a little bit of it here and there. Then you go into the actual campaign, and there's 3 campaigns and a locked campaign as well. And the campaigns, there's like a humans campaign, an elf campaign, and a mages campaign.
Classic RTS.
And what it is the world has been broken up by magic. Like you have these shattered floating islands.
Classic magic.
And what you have to do is you have to effectively you have to send off your little hero who's on an eagle to go and scout the land out, to then use magic to pull the islands back to you, and then send people to the island to then scout the island to find out what resources you can get from that island, to then choose whether you want to build a farm or mining posts on there to then get that resources, to then keep growing like that. There's it gets in depth like you would expect. Like you have to then charge taxes, and then you charge so many taxes. You then have writers in your village, and they're like, "We fucking hate you," and you're like, "Why is everything on fire?" Like and people just. I mean, I was like, "Taxes up, taxes up, taxes up."
And that's
like
why
a civilization,
everybody
but-
hated you.
Well, I was like, I need money. I need to build a farm here. I'll whack the
sounds
tax
like you
up.
got the mix of a sieve.
Yeah.
So
and
it's yeah. the RTS in terms of what you'd expect from like a combat RTS came in a little bit later on.
Okay.
Now you have your main hero who, if they die, you game over. Okay, and then but you can create other archers. Archers are on birds that fly around, and then you have knights who are actual in like foot soldiers.
Yeah.
And then there are, by the looks of it, there's dragons. Like I watched the trailer afterwards. I was like, oh wow, I hardly scratched the surface because there's a guy flying a dragon, and I didn't have that. And it's the campaign reminded me a lot of Red Alert. Like
the Command and Conquer.
Yeah, just like the kind of go meet up with this person here, and you meet up with this person, and they're like, oh, we need to infiltrate these people over here, but the whole moving of the islands is a kind of mechanic because it's like this jigsaw. Like what I enjoy, I go to, oh, that's green. I know it's going to have good for farmland, and then you have to move that around here, and otherwise you end up having this really cumbersome map. That when you send your knights across, they've got to go like across these bridges.
Oh, okay, so
like
it's kind of a puzzle to put it together.
Building the island together. That sounds quite nice.
And it's nice. It's I was like, this is really chilled, and it was that classic RTS moment when then I found in like what do they call it, a raven's nest, and then all of a sudden like 20 ravens just come and attack me. I was like, fuck! Like, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Taxes are too high, so I've got rioters going off, or I've got ravens attacking my land, and I'm like, game over, I'm done. So it was that very much that you think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, but it's very nice. It's cutesy. It runs really nicely. I whacked it all up to max settings, and I was like, this looks nice. It feels nice. It is definitely a game that like I played an hour and a half of, and I barely got into the game. I've done 2 missions out of 8 on one campaign. And we're talking like, the first mission is, go find this person. The second mission is, build a base here. And that's all I managed to do in an hour and a half. And it's not because it's slow, it's because it has so much you need to learn and get your head around.
Yeah.
And as you go forward, it has the whole thing. You level up your castle, you can then craft better things, you can level up other stuff, but then it gets more expensive, and you charge more on the crops, and then they get pissed off, and you tax them more, and they get pissed off, and you can make an example of people. See, there's like writers. You can
He's a dictator, isn't he?
But see, I think this is the problem and why you shouldn't be allowed to play these games.
Yeah.
Because your first instinct is to raise taxes and make examples of people. Are you the sheriff of Nottingham?
So what you can do, is if there's a writer,
Wouldn't it be great if an AI Robin Hood character rose out of the ashes?
Up,
if there's a writer, basically your knights go kill a writer, but if they catch one, and like you can get choice, execute or keep, you can keep them, and then you can make an example and throw them off the islands. So you do that, and then all of a sudden, all the angry faces next to your taxes go all the way down again. So you whack tax up even more now.
Yeah, because they're
You're
terrified
literally
of you.
a
It's a
dictator. That's
dictator.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No.
You
But
sit back and
I
watch
will
the
say,
burn and go.
That sounds like a freaking brilliant game.
I think you would love it.
That
I
sounds
would
quite
probably,
interesting,
I'd probably love that game.
It is hours and hours, and there is multiplayer as well.
Considering there's a tutorial on how to play RTSs, I might even be able to play it.
It is, but it is. Honestly, I reckon you're probably looking at 15 hours per campaign. And there's a hidden locked campaign as well, which I don't know who that is.
And then you've got the
dwarfs,
multiplayer.
I hope dwarfs. And there's multiplayer. I don't know how the multiplayer would work in terms of, is it just destroy their castle? I guess it would be something like that.
Yeah. My guess, in any sort of RTS, it will be about total world domination.
How does that work, RTS multiplayer?
So this is basically it.
Do you have like time to set up and then you just fight each other?
Well,
you
have your
you can like build
first base.
defences, or do you get aggressive and build units and send them off?
You can either
to go...
spend your time going, right, I'm going to build my army and stack up their things, or you can be that cheeky son of a bitch who builds a couple at the start and then just raids their base and kills their peons and kills
what
that
I used
lot,
to do
and
is,
then
when I used to play, I remember going to my friend's house and his dad was this IT guy.
Right.
And we had, he could play the PC downstairs, PC upstairs, and he could play Command and Conquer Red Alert against each other. And my mind was blown as like his 11-year-old, like, what? And I used to make up loads of tanks, and then I'd send them to the top right of the map. So then when he invaded me, and there was nothing left in his camp, I'd just send them around.
destroy them all.
To be like, yeah, I'd what? What? You didn't send anything? Yeah, I did, mate. They've been up there for the last 20 minutes.
It's a classic thing. What you do is you build your main base in the top left hand, second main base, top left hand corner, and send all your troops there because you know they know where you are now. So they invade and destroy it, and then you're like, oh, look at you guys standing there partying. Yeah. You're all dead. Oh no! RTS is about being a dick.
Yeah. Wow.
And a dictator.
No.
But no, I think you would love this. I think you really, really like it. It's definitely going to go on Hidden Gems. Like I've already recorded stuff. I want to keep playing it. Just need to find time. Just go on to some news.
Let's do the news.
Let's go to news.
Jesus, we're only at the news.
Okay, most of the news coming out came from XO19 announcements here and there. But so we kick off with Nexon. Nexon announced a kart racing game called Kart Rider Drift.
How original.
Well, that's what I thought. Turns out the Kart Rider series is actually 16 years old. There's been 7 Kart Rider games. They are massive in Asia, even bigger than Mario Kart. They have actual tournaments, like full-on tournaments. They had tournaments for this game before Mario Kart esports existed. Like,
interesting.
Yes, I had no idea this game existed. This one called Drift, I've been watching some preview stuff online about it. It's very much what people are calling the thinking man's kart racer, in terms of there are a lot of mechanics you have to think about when you're actually racing. It's not a case of I just take this corner. It's like a lot of drifting is a big mechanic, hence the name.
What,
but then
is it like a sim, but everything's cute?
Yeah, basically it's a sim kart racer.
Okay, interesting.
But it's cute, and apparently it's really fucking hard. But it's hard because it has this whole competitive scene that people want to get very good at the game.
So what's the news?
So the news is they announced a new one that's coming to the West.
Right, okay, interesting. So this has never been in the West?
No. You could buy it online, but it was never localised in the West.
Yeah.
This one is coming to the West. They're always free to play. It's a free to play kart racer.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yep, all the games are free to play. It was announced at XO19. Microsoft have signed a deal now with Nexon, so it's coming over here.
So it's a Japanese game?
Yeah.
Interesting
Korean?
they're signing with Microsoft.
You can sign up now. If you go to Google, type in Kart Rider Drift, then you can sign up to the beta. And if you sign up soon, then you're pretty much guaranteed access to the beta. It's only on PC, the beta, but it's on the 6th of December. It runs for a weekend. And yeah, it's coming to Xbox and PC. It's only coming to Xbox and PC. Isn't coming to Switch. Isn't coming to PlayStation to start with. But it's a free-to-play kart racer that I'd never even heard of. Someone who likes sim racing games, I'm going to give it a go. I like kart races as well.
Yeah.
But it's weird because you watch it and you're like, this looks like a rip-off of Mario Kart. That's what I thought straight away.
Yeah.
Then I researched. I was like, oh, this is kind of it's not before Mario Kart, but this was what pushed forward competitive kart racing more than Mario Kart did. It was like, what? How have we never heard of Kart Rider?
Strange.
As a
I've
series?
never heard of it at all.
No.
Yeah.
Like, very odd. But yeah, that's coming. It's coming out It's coming out March next year, but the beta is coming on the 6th of December. If you want to sign up to Kart Rider Drift, I'm going to be signing up to it.
I'll probably give it a go. Yeah,
Give it a go.
I like races and I like kart races.
I don't like sim races. I like arcade races.
You say that you're pretty good at the game that's gone silent now, and I think it's been cancelled.
Oh yeah.
Apex Legends.
Racing Apex.
Racing Apex.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, I was actually incredible at that. Now you say it.
Yeah, why has that gone silent,
I
man?
don't
I'm
know.
so
I don't know if
I was a savant.
I don't know if
that.
Curve might have dropped it or something. I don't know.
Boo.
Boo.
But it's gone very, very, very silent. Read-only memories is the next part of news. The game you guys didn't really like.
Yeah.
We announced a little while ago that there is a comic series coming out for it, bridging the gap between Read-only memories 1 and 2. 4 comics coming out. Number 1 will release on December the 18th. IDW are publishing it. You can buy it online on the website, the Read Only Memories website, or you can wait for them all to come out and you can buy a trade issue, which probably will be available normally around 6 months after the singles are available. But yeah, I mean, I like the game. I've already been into Scorch, our local comic shop, and I've been like, "Can you get this in for me?" He's like, "Yep, it's all ordered." And he's like, "I've never heard of this," and I'm like, "Don't worry, but just order it." It's fine. So I'm going to get that in. I'm interested to see what it does. I like the artwork of the game as well, so it'd be nice to see how the artwork transcends into a transfers into a comic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Could transcend.
if you consider comics above games, then
Yeah, of course they are. They're before
Some
games.
comics really are.
They're before
Well,
games. They
well,
inspire
Not all
games.
of them. There are some that are far below
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Moving on.
you guys interested in reading it? Probably not.
No.
No. Do you? So I want to ask you: do you like the idea of games, probably more indie games
Yes.
than AAA games,
Oh, right, okay.
taking a route of potential like cross-media storytelling? So
Yes.
in terms
Yeah,
of
I've always liked
Very
games.
much so.
I like that about TF2 did that for a while. Don't
Yeah.
still do it. They had
Zelda did a
they
brilliant
had a
one.
It's not a
series.
game, mate. It's a hobby.
They had a comic series. It was great. The stories
Zelda
of the
did
game.
it. Zelda's got a
It's
wonderful
got
graphic
manga, isn't it?
novel.
It's got manga as well.
Portal 2 had that story about Doug Ratman.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was actually I love the art in that one.
Nice. Is there any like cartoons that come out? Like any?
Well, like animated cartoons.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a game that's gone into a cartoon. Because I know Stranger Things has gone
Sonic
into a
the
game.
Hedgehog.
Yes, Sonic the
Yeah,
Hedgehog.
he's in a
Mario
cartoon.
did the
Mario's
same.
a cartoon. Mario, a great film. 1993. Also, Gritty,
Such a dick.
new Sonic.
Looks great,
Looks
doesn't
great,
it?
yeah.
So much better.
They got
What an
the
improvement.
people who worked on Sonic Mania
Don't
did
you
they
think?
really?
to do the art stuff
Good
for it.
move.
Don't you think it makes Jim Carrey's performance, which was great in the shit version, even better now?
Somehow
Somehow, just
it
having the right
improves
face.
the look of the
Yeah.
film.
Someone seems
Even though it is the same film.
Yeah.
people seem to everyone was commenting how good Sonic looks, which I agree.
yeah.
But very few were commenting. The first thing I thought was like, I'm not a Sonic fan, but he's in Sonic World. Like he's in the Green Valleys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
Like,
Green Hill Zone.
It's Green Hill. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, he's doing the loops.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it seems to be he's come to our dimension.
To get away from
Yeah. from
being
something.
pestered.
Yeah.
And then, Dr. Robotnik.
Are they
finds him.
gonna imply that Robotnik comes from our dimension and he transfers into?
I think so,
dimension to-
because in the original one he wasn't Dr. Robotnik, he was
Dr.
Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
And I think Eggman.
Eggnog.
I think. Sorry, I just cracked my fucking foot. That really
It's
hurt.
fine. Who
Eggnog.
needs it?
Oh, Christmas soon.
Oh
isn't it?
god, I hate eggnog.
Never had eggnog.
Eggnog with
Well,
a little
with a
turtleneck.
whole-
I might as well be George Michael.
What, dead?
Yeah. and gay.
It is the painkillers.
I love an LA's toilet, me. I love an LA toilet. Yeah.
Anyway, back to
Rip
gaming.
to George.
Indeed. Don't let the sun go down on him.
Yeah, no, I think anytime any sort of game can move between
Yeah.
different
It's
genres.
great,
brilliant.
yeah, I like
it's
it.
like with Critical Role, who've done the comic books, but they're also in computer games.
Yeah. Extended question.
Go on,
A
extend
game
it.
each that you would like an extra piece of media from. Comic, book, film,
Ooh.
cartoon.
Oh,
I'll kick you off.
Go on, do it. I'm gonna think. while you
Crossing
talk.
Souls, because their animations, their little cutscenes
yeah.
are stunning. I would love that kind of cartoon of that. Just this very short little. We're doing 3 episodes of a cartoon, a
here's an
prequel,
animated
whatever it is.
TV
Like, so
series. Go for it.
that's something I would quite like.
Dead air, guys.
I mean,
Dead
Dark
air.
Crystal's got like.
Oh, where
It's-
the fuck is that game? To be honest, there was
January's coming.
really
I think
because
it's
that's
January.
ridiculously late.
Yeah.
It should have come out with the release, or at least a month after. What was it called? Kids on Bikes.
Nights on Bikes.
Nice.
Knights on Bikes, which is an RPG system.
Yep.
But I'd love a cartoon series of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is your classic kids'
That's good,
TV.
yeah.
It's about kids and their imagination going through the 80s.
Yep.
It'd be brilliant. It'd be like Stranger Things, but without the lame third season.
I like first season.
Oh, second season.
Second season's got some low points, yeah.
Episode 7.
I would like to see a cartoon also of Yoku's Island Express. Very colourful
that'd be
characters.
quite- yeah.
Already has a great art style.
Yeah?
I think that could translate quite well into a friendly little
I
cartoon.
don't know, it
I'd
gets
enjoy.
really dark.
Oh, a lot of cartoons do these days.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Let's look at In the Night Garden. Everyone's on acid.
that is a nightmare.
That is,
That's a
yeah.
bad
like-
trick. That's a bad trick.
Oh, what? Who? Eagle pick? Oh,
Is it
the
still
fuck?
going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I need to
hate
know
it.
what you. Just,
Though saying that, as old people,
As old people?
did you
And
think the
you're
same
mocking
thing
me.
about the Teletubbies?
no,
No,
they,
you
they,
see-
were after me. Like,
Yeah,
as
but
in-
they
you've
were
got to see-
my generation. I was part of that big boom of.
See, the
of
problem is,
Teletubbies.
when the Teletubbies were big, I was about 16. And
Right.
my mates were off their tits. So Teletubbies was the
Ooh.
fucking
that freaked
nuts.
me out. I think. I don't.
Teletubbies was tame,
You'd
I
sit
think,
there
compared to In the
stoned
Night
and
Garden.
I think
someone would
that's sort of
scream
the
Tubby
previous
Toast.
generations.
Tubby
Tubby
Toast.
toast.
And at that point, you had to have toast.
Man, I go to Tubby
Like,
toast.
you just had
Tubby
to have
custard
toast.
though.
Tubby
No,
custard.
Tubby Custard was what happens after a wank. Because it goes on your belly. And you've just got,
So
man,
you guys
Tubby
didn't
Custard.
think it was weird growing up.
What?
Well, growing
Well,
up,
no,
you were
I
an
was
old man.
16.
Yeah. But I thought In the Night Garden, I must have been about 16 when that came out, and I thought that was fucking bizarre when I saw that.
It's worse than Teletubbies. It
It's
just
so
makes no
much
sense. It
weirder.
just makes no
But
sense.
do you remember there's like a dollhouse in Teletubbies with like a finger puppet that lives in there, and they sometimes go over there and he turns the lights on and he turns them off,
I don't know. I was
and,
fucking out of it, mate.
and
What
then
are you
a thing
talking
comes
about?
out the ground.
Okay, it doesn't. Time for Tubby Custard.
Yeah, that's
So-
time for Teletubbies.
That's it, yeah.
Time for Teletubbies.
And the baby facing in the sun.
The baby in the sun.
Yeah.
And then they'd all go, oh, oh. And then the same
Fight to see who it was, wasn't it?
something would play on their
Boom,
bellies.
boom, boom,
Uh,
boom, boom.
Sorry, tubbies. and then after it finished, this video of some
Would
real
replay.
children, they go again, and then they just play it again in full. It was a mental show.
Because it was made by people who were obviously stoned. 'Cause
I adored that show.
To
as
be
a
honest-
toddler. I had a Poe. My sister had a Tinky Winky.
we I know many friends who loved that show,
Yeah.
and we sat on many comfortable a couch,
I genuinely don't think I could watch that.
and
back.
we loved the bit when we were like again, because we were like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
do it again. What you want to do is, you know how people say you should listen to Dark Side of the Moon and watch
Paul Blast Mall Cop.
no The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No, what you should do
And,
is listen to
2001.
Rush 2112 and watch the Teletubbies. Because, oh my god, that is some trippy shit right there.
That's upsetting me now. Have you seen Dark Side of the Moon to Paul Blart Mall Cop?
No, I haven't.
It is.
Is that a thing?
Incredible.
I have actually watched Dark Side of the Moon and the Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and it's bullshit. It doesn't work. Unless you are
Paul-
off your tits.
Paul Blart Mall Cop works.
Does it really?
Too well.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link to a
Yes,
video
please
of
do.
a roundup of that. It is incredible. It blows me away. I watch it so often.
Okay.
Right, I will do that.
Yeah.
I've just realised we're on a podcast
Yeah.
about indie games.
What's an indie what?
Next one,
Indiana
Streets
Jones?
of Rage 4.
Yeah!
Has
I've
got,
been looking forward to this.
I've recently got an in-depth, behind-the-scenes dev diary all about the game's comeback. Why the two dev teams, because there's two dev teams working together, have decided to bring the game back, and what they're looking to, how they're looking to take a classic IP and bring it into modern gaming. Devs are Dotemu
I'm
and
so sorry.
Guard Crush Games. Dotemu are also publishing the game as well. And it also was announced at Xbox or XO19 that Streets of Rage 4 will be coming to Game Pass as of launch. Both PC and Xbox Game Pass.
So happy.
I think it's only coming to console at launch, and then it's coming to PC at a slightly later date. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I know you were excited for Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, I love Streets of Rage. It's a game I've
Will
played
this be good though?
forever.
I've only heard good things
The
about it.
bits
Previews.
I've seen
Mm-hmm.
have looked really good because
Okay.
they haven't tried to do the whole let's make it really modern. They've
the
stuck
same
to
thing.
that whole heart and soul of what
Yeah.
Streets of Rage is about. It's about moving from left to right. You've got definite lanes you can move between.
You beat
as go,
people up.
and you beat people up, and
Yeah.
every now and again you can do a combo move together. There doesn't seem to be a lot in there that they've missed. In a lot of way, it reminds me of Mother Russia Bleeds, which was
Just not
this
played this.
scrolling smash 'em up. Except in Mother Russia Bleeds, it is your classic. It's dark. It's full of drug use. It's everyone smashing up because it is thingy. The one who do the show every year with a woman whose head explodes, and I can't believe I
Oh,
forgot.
Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital.
Right. Oh yes. Okay.
So, Devolver Digital involved, you're talking Streets of Rage, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, you can't play this with your kids.
Streets of
whereas-
Rage always felt dark to me though. Maybe I was a kid though, so
I mean, the new one looks violent. It
it-
looks.
it
yeah.
just felt grown up to me as a kid. I was always like, oh, I shouldn't be playing this, but
The Streets of Rage was brilliant. 'cause
maybe it
you-
was
you
tame
smash
looking back
people up.
on it. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, there are women in leather-clad gear with whips and doing bits like that. You're like, there's this whole bondage aspect going on. I think the bit I'm really happy about with seeing this one is we had... So Turtles in Time for me is one of the greatest games, multiplayer games you can play. It's along the same idea as Streets of Rage. And they brought out so many Turtle games after that. We're like, oh yeah, do you remember Turtles in Time? Turtles in Time was great. Everyone should play Turtles in Time. And then they release a game that is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is terrible.
Shoddy knockoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just awful. Whereas this looks like a game that will give you that Streets of Rage feel,
Excellent.
and from everything I've seen.
Yeah.
So
No, it's cool.
I'm super
forward to
hyped
it.
about this game.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Children
God,
of
I'm gonna
Water,
be
the
disappointed.
game I played a little while ago. Reviewed
Yes,
a little while
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Got announced that it's finally coming to a Switch on the 20th of November. It's been available on It's available now on PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Okay.
Finally coming to the Switch. It's a great game, great place to play this game. I enjoyed it. It's a roguelike Metroidvania. The roguelike here kind of actually feeds into the story. in terms of when you die, the story progresses. So you're not just dying and go back out. Every time you die, the story progresses a little bit further.
Yeah.
And the more you die, the worse the family gets. So it kind of keeps going like there's pressure on you.
It seemed like an interesting game. Yeah.
So it's definitely worth a play if people like that kind of game. The RPG element, they call it an RPG action game. It's not. The RPG element is very minimal in this game. But as a straight up action adventure roguelike game, it's got an interesting story mechanic going on with the family. Definitely recommend playing it. 20th of November on the Switch. Now, last night at XO19, we had 50 new games announced for Game Pass.
Wow.
They came out and they were like, these are the games that are coming tonight. These are the games that will be here by Christmas or the end of the year. These are the games that are coming next year. And it was just like, game. People were like, what the fuck? I've put down some highlights of the indie games, hence we being an indie game podcast. Highlights overall were stuff like pretty much every Final Fantasy game is coming to Game Pass. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7, not remake, HD upscale, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 12, not 11, because it's like Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Strikes, whatever it is, Lightning Returns.
It feels wrong to me to have Final Fantasy on Xbox. I don't know why.
I agree.
It feels
but
weird.
It's
like
available.
I'm so happy to see this happening because it means as we move forwards, I don't have to do the whole console war thing anymore. I can be just like,
dead now,
off you go, PlayStation. Au revoir.
I think console wars ended with this generation.
Another big highlight: Witcher 3 is coming to console. The
Pretty
Xbox
cool.
Game Pass, which is quite a big deal for some people.
Is that on PC as well? PC Game Pass?
No, it's only going on console Game Pass. There was Master Chief Collection is going live on PC on the 3rd of December with Halo Reach.
Oh, it's my Game Pass.
So that's going on there, and Halo Reach. All the previews come out and saying this looks.
First one again.
People are like, this is insane. This looks amazing. Halo Reach was probably joint with 3 my favourite Halo game.
I never got along with Reach.
I really like it. It's like ODST. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I found with Reach. Some people loved Reach, some people hated Reach. I like the games that aren't Master Chief. I know it sounds weird, but I like the setting of Halo.
Reach just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel the same.
But anyway, but indie game highlights. Remnant from the Ashes is available now on Xbox Game Pass console. Double Kick Heroes is coming to console and PC by the end of the year. Forager, the weird little Forager. It's coming to console and
that's
PC.
Synopsis on the
end of the year.
page.
Carrion is coming at launch to PC and console. Korean. Edge of Eternity is coming to console and PC.
Nice.
Yeah, by the end of this year. My Friend Pedro is coming to console and PC.
Whatever.
And by the end of the year. Fogs will be available at launch on PC and Xbox. Yeah, I mean that's me cherry picking some of the indies.
Yeah.
But there are some massive games coming. And yeah, they just kind of just went, yeah, fuck it, there you go, bang.
Excellent.
Which leads into our main topic, which is probably not going to be that long because it's just super chill chat. But XO19 was Xbox coming out, and they said last year that they wanted to do their own show. They wanted to go. PlayStation do PSX every year.
They do.
We want to do an Xbox show. Next year seems right with Scarlet around the corner and all things like that. So we're going to come out. We're going to do it. They had it in London this year. It's still on now. But the main presentation was last night. So I didn't watch the live stream. I've watched a shortened, condensed 1 hour live stream version that's like, here's what happened without all the Phil Spencer going on. I've been really pissing people off, which I thought was hilarious because I actually agree with everything he said.
Okay.
He said about Game Pass is an antidote to live service games. Like so many games now are forcing you to be the only game you ever play. And Game Pass is going, no, you can play whatever you want. And I was like, he's right. Why are people getting pissed off with this?
Yeah.
Like, it's good marketing.
That
is really good marketing coming out, isn't it? Going, oh, what? You want the game that's going to charge you all this money, £20 for a skin? That's fine, mate. You can pay like...
It's going to be there for the next 20 years. Oh, a year and a half later. Yeah, we're reassessing our road. Oh, Anthem's dead.
So, yeah, he came out and said that, which pissed people off. I thought it was a very clever business take on him. But anyway, so... kind of chewing the fat on what we liked, what we didn't like, and where a bit answer question, where does it put Sony? So, in case you guys didn't know, big announcement coming out was Project xCloud. We've got a big update on that, which is a streaming service they've got.
Right.
Loads of new people have just been access to the phone. I have got an email today saying I have access in a week to get onto the phone. 50 new games have been put onto there. Anyone who gets to play it now doesn't have to own the game, can just play the games.
Nice.
All the Maddens, all the sports games have just been put on there. So it's like this beta testing series at the moment. 50 games to Game Pass. Rare announced a new game, Everwild.
Yeah.
Which looks interesting. Not as good as Grounded by Obsidian, which is basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game that I've been wanting all my life. And then, that was the big announcements. We're going what wasn't there afterwards, but you guys, I don't know if you've read much about it. What did you like, what didn't you like about it?
I'm going to have to come back in a second because I have to respond to a message I've got. But then when I come back, I will tell you what I did.
We can choose.
Right, okay. Bit of a table beer then.
Cool, that's fine. So what, is there anything from the show that you liked? You like the look of?
Here's the thing.
You haven't seen any of it?
I didn't watch the show.
Okay.
Alright? I didn't know it was on. And I did look up an article on the way here. Again, I was going to watch stuff, but then Dad asked me for help with his TV, and then I forgot.
Yep.
I looked at some stuff. I saw that Rare announced a game. I thought that's pretty cool.
It's very early.
Yeah.
So Rare's game, it looks very much like kind of Breath of the Wild style kind of visuals, very cutesy.
Yeah, no, I was going to watch the video earlier.
You're playing as you were these weird kind of, I'm going to call them wanderers, because that's the kind of name I'd imagine given to them.
Okay,
They're these almost like, don't speak weird people.
Okay.
So it looks like it has a co-op element to it, which would make sense considering they made Sea of Thieves and they have a whole co-op engine.
Yeah.
But there's no combat in there. You're kind of going through and there's these weird animals and they interact with the animals and they're like, the animals get scared of them, then they get closer to the animals and the animal, like people can see the trailer now playing for those, but they're like, but they then touch the animals and stroke the animals and the animals relax to them, and they've said they want to build a world, a co-op world that is built around intrigue and mystery. A magic, intrigue and mystery, which very much looked like a trailer, but it's very early development stages. Okay. We don't know any more of it yet.
It's cool to have Rare producing games again.
Yep. Here, however, is the other one called Grounded by Obsidian.
The Obsidian one, yeah.
This has me super excited.
Okay.
It's coming to Game Pass, PC Game Pass and console Game Pass at launch.
And it is
quite literally Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 4-player multiplayer co-op
genius
game where you're fighting against ants.
Yeah.
And there's a big reveal at the end of something, which is fine. It's not really a big reveal, but it was just like, oh great, yes, we're gonna have to fight in this game as well, isn't it?
It looks so cute.
It looks cute. It looks adorable. It looks fun. It makes me wonder, how the hell has no one done this game idea before?
I think people have, but it's never been executed very well.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sure there have been your tiny games before, but they're just never really that good.
It's very much it's a survival game. It
seems to be the case, yeah.
But it's set with all of you there. It's I think it looks super cute. It looks super fun. The fact it's coming to Game Pass as well at launch is like, well, people are going to play this game, and I'm looking forward to playing it.
So the clip of him spit roasting a tick.
Which is in the trailer for Grounded.
Okay.
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids video game, which is have you seen the trailer?
Yes, I have seen the trailer for that one.
Which is it just looks too cool. Then here comes a big reveal.
No, it's a spider.
And I'm like, oh fuck off! Why have we got?
Why is it always a spider?
But yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
It looks great.
It does look cool. Game Pass also Grounded is Game Pass at launch because it's Obsidian, and obviously their Xbox.
Cool guys.
Yeah, so that's the big announcements. Dan, is there anything you want to say on it as well?
Well, I missed it.
Okay.
Because I've been playing lots of other things.
Don't worry, he said the same.
I haven't.
It very much went under the radar.
Yeah. Which is kind of shocking, but I am now on their thing, and look at that. Rage
2's on. That's only console.
Yeah.
It's only on console.
I don't care.
It's coming to PC end of the year.
Rage 2 for free.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
This is mental. The Talos Principle. I wanted to play that one.
Lego Ninjago. Movie game.
Okay. Not a bad film. Underrated, if you ask me.
But no,
you know what? We'll talk about it in the post.
It's pretty cool. It was pretty good. Everything they announced. It very much felt like for the fans, like going like, look at all these games, and it was very much what Microsoft have done at E3 recently, where it wasn't a case of a game and blah, 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 blah. They were like, game, game, game,
Yeah.
game, game. A little bit of talking. Game, game. And people were like, oh, look, you know. There was a Don't Nod announced a new game. The guys,
Yes, of course. Yeah.
They were here or we are here or something like that.
Yeah.
Which looks cool. It's another episodic game, but their episodes are releasing at once this time.
Oh, thank God.
So all episodes are releasing at once. It's about. It sounds very similar to the Life is Strange 2, where it's about two twins who.
I haven't played that.
But you're playing through their ages, and it looks fine. It looks fine. But
was there a big announcement or anything to talk about the console?
no.
No, they even said beforehand, we're not going to talk about Project Scarlet. That was called.
So this
Project
was
Scarlet,
just basically saying that Game Pass is fecking amazing.
Basically, the whole thing.
And,
was Game Pass,
and really,
And then a couple of rare reveals. I think they've done the rare reveals because obviously we get the Game Awards show where they reveal lots of games, and and with Rare and Obsidian being Xbox companies, and people love Rare. People still love the name
and Obsidian's
Rare.
got goodwill at the
Sea
moment.
of Thieves is just getting better
Well, they've just-
and better.
I wanna
And
play
There's
it
another
so
update. There's an
much.
update now.
yeah.
That is the game I want to play the
Interesting.
most on Game Pass.
Yeah,
It runs
it's
very nice on PC
so
as well.
I
good.
really want to play it. Maybe one day.
We ended up playing that quite a bit, didn't we?
I ended up having little spooning sessions with your brother on the end of a boat.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But yeah, so there's no Scarlet. They did come up beforehand and say there was going to be no match, no
Yeah,
Scarlet.
I saw that announcement.
The question I have now is
Go on.
PSX. Like, Sony missed E3 this year.
Yeah.
That's right, it did. Yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to announce anything massive in my opinion. They've already got a massive build for next year. They've got the fucking Last of Us 2, which is people are losing their shit over.
Of course, yeah.
They've just had Death Stranded released as a thingy, which is very diverse.
That exists.
People are like hating it or fucking loving it.
Yeah.
They've got, what's the other big game they've got coming next year as well? I can't remember what it's called. It's coming out. I can't remember what it's called.
Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, it's a really popular game.
Wow.
Anyway, but do you think now they've seen what Xbox have said, do they come out and they open their show and go, that's PlayStation 5?
No,
That's
yes.
a good idea.
Yes, but I think PlayStation were expecting Xbox to talk about Scarlet. And Xbox, right before it said, no, we're not talking about Scarlet. What we're going to do is we're going to show how freaking amazing we are now, so that when we then come to the release, because last time Xbox screwed up by going first, by saying, here we are.
Yeah.
It's going to be the media centre for your home. You can watch Pornhub wherever you are. And I went, I've got my phone. What do you mean?
playing
They screwed
Gears
up
of
by going
War.
first, but they screwed up by their announcement was terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
But
if they'd gone second, they could have had time to rectify
I
that.
think
but...
PlayStation had the same announcement. Not exactly the same, but
Oh,
very
yeah.
much. And after watching
I'm
Xbox,
sure,
they went, let's just talk about games.
I'm sure
Don't
they
talk about the other bits.
anything about them being a media centre and
Yeah.
all that. But yeah, sure, definitely, yeah.
And I think they were planning on talking about PlayStation 5, but hoping that Xbox had said, hey, look, this is what we've got blah, 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 blah.
So they
blah,
could
blah,
do the
blah.
same thing again.
And then they could turn around and go, that worked well, that didn't. Let's change this. We'll scrap this bit and we'll really promote that. That's what people want. Whereas now they're going to be sat there going, well, we've dropped the price of PS Now, but we didn't really want to do that anyway.
Well, that's the other thing.
What else have we got?
That's the other thing, 'cause
PlayStation Plus is shit.
PSX at the moment isn't much, as in their announcements have been said.
Yeah.
So, do they? I feel like they either have to show off PS5, or they have to completely rejig and change our mindset and what we think of PlayStation Now.
I don't think they're going to change
Too hard.
PlayStation Now.
That's too hard.
I think they're going to come out with PS5, and I think they're going to go with their launch, but blind, and that's going to give Xbox then the chance to go.
Give them
That
advantage,
worked.
yeah.
That didn't.
But do you think they have PlayStation 5 playable at the event so people can be like, oh my god, it's amazing?
No, not at all.
Do you not think?
No.
No, I think that they'll hopefully they'll. I think people's like the gaming community, their ideals haven't changed much since 2014. There's a few minor differences, but I think they've learned from that what people value in a console.
Yeah.
So I think as long as they stick to that same sort of like, we're about the games.
Yeah.
Here's what it can do, and that's it.
I mean, there's a
And
chance.
they're going to talk about it having. It's going to be the most powerful one. It's going to run the games at speed you'll never see.
Yeah.
There's a
Ray
chance.
tracing probably. I don't know, yeah.
We get a big reveal of a game because they've kind of got their big reveals coming next year, but there's a chance we get a reveal for a game coming the year after that, and there's a chance it could be Spider-Man.
So that has to be a launch title probably. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That'll be a launch title.
But as in, they can still show off a trailer of going, it's another Spider-Man game is in the works.
I think I'll just say Spider-Man 2 will be a launch title on PS5.
What's the chances Tom Holland turns up for it?
Oh, wait a minute. Then we get
You sure?
No, it's not related.
No, he may not be related, but they love using any sort of celebrity on it.
That's more Xbox than PlayStation.
Is Avengers PlayStation exclusive?
No,
it's not. Is it?
No.
Only Spider-Man.
I can't remember if the Avengers game was PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's even set in the same universe as Spider-Man.
No, I didn't know if that was going to be a big game they would go with.
Probably.
At the moment, like I feel like everyone was going, what are Xbox going to be? Well, sure, it's about the console. Then when they said we're not talking about console, people were like, what have you got to announce? You haven't got games announced, and they just went.
Is their money making?
They just went.
At the moment.
All these games coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
What?
Because they're moving towards trying to compete against Google and saying actually Google have got it right. That is the future of gaming. And if we can say actually, you can spend all this money on a new machine, but we've already got it here.
Yeah, I feel like Xbox have kind of fallen into that.
Yes.
Through their failure at the last launch, and I think PlayStation don't necessarily need to be there.
But I think this is going to be a failing in PlayStation. So you know how there's always like a winner and loser in the generations. It's not really to do with the machine. It's about how they advertise it.
I think PlayStation might be they might become maybe the only
actual hardware console.
Like AAA console you can buy. Like
as in you buy a machine, but it's all streamed. It's all.
I think everyone else will become like a service, like Stadia, like Xbox. I think will become Game Pass. Yeah. Switch will still exist, but I mean, like a beefy
you'll never
machine.
get rid of Nintendo.
I mean,
you'll
like
never
a
get
beefy
rid of
machine.
Nintendo.
You know what I mean? Like the Switch is great, but it's not anywhere near as powerful as PS4 Pro.
No, but Nintendo will never have to be.
No.
That's
exactly.
Nintendo,
That's my point. I think PlayStation might become the place to go for beefy hardware that isn't a PC. I think they'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be much competition there. I think they're foolish to push now too much.
I think the issue will become that lots more people are going to move towards PC than console.
I don't think so.
And I think through what I hear the kids talk about in school is the fact that they want PCs, not consoles. And they want PCs because what is it Ninja plays? What is it Shroud's playing?
Yeah, well, yeah,
what
true.
are all these guys playing? They're playing on PC. So does Xbox then stand there and go, well, actually, we can flog these computers and this Game Pass?
Yeah.
It doesn't cost us as much. Everyone was talking about the fact that you really want to be playing on PC. All the cool players play on PC. Yeah. You don't want to play on console.
Well, imagine Windows computers coming with a 12-month pass on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. That's going to get them
so much. Straight in there. Yeah. And a lot of the parents will sit there because you can spend 500-600 quid. The Xbox, when it came out, was 500.
Yeah.
Well, if you can turn around and say, well, look, let's...
Well, they've got a deal. They've got they also announced Black Friday deals.
Yes, they do.
During Black Friday, 150 quid can get you an all-digital Xbox One S with 3 months Game Pass, with free like Minecraft and 2 other games for 150 quid.
That's ridiculous.
That's a great deal. Yeah,
that's £100 cheaper than the Switch. So
yeah,
what? Like, and the 3 months Game Pass is like, I got a woman at work who she's like, my son really wants an Xbox. Like, what do I was like, just buy him Game Pass. Just get him Game Pass.
Yeah,
buy him game. She goes, he really wants Minecraft. Get him Minecraft and get him Game Pass.
Well, you don't have to.
Like,
it's on Game Pass.
Oh, there you go. Hopefully she didn't buy it.
Yeah. Isn't it?
This is on there. Because Microsoft own it, so they give it away for free because they know millions of people will be playing it.
Yeah, I do feel like in this generation, Xbox has really faded into the background majorly.
Yes.
Like, more so than, like, you could argue 360 was the winner of the last generation.
Yeah.
But PS3 never faded away.
No.
It was still very prominent.
Yeah.
With this, you two are the only people I know who own Xbox.
Yeah.
Everyone else I know doesn't have one.
Yeah.
They have a PS4.
Yeah.
Or PS4 Pro.
The PS4 definitely won the generation.
Well, I mean by a huge margin. But this Game Pass though is so it's like them coming out of the ashes. You know. This is what's going to get them the money.
You know, PS4 sold more consoles than PS2 now.
Are
you kidding me?
Thing is that I don't think we're going to be moving towards a generation of consoles. I think the whole console thing, yes, there'll still be sales of it, but I think we're moving towards more of a what Google want to do.
Well, I think
where
so too.
Where you're playing off a machine elsewhere.
But I think PS5 will stick around.
I think it's going to see a massive slump. I think
Well, we'll see.
for
I don't
PlayStation,
think so.
I think it will still outsell whatever Xbox put out there.
No,
'Cause PlayStation's
I think
huge.
it will still make a huge amount of money.
No, that's not what I said. Either.
I-
I'm not
I-
saying it won't
I
make a
don't
huge
think
amount of
it will
money.
be a slump. Is what I'm saying.
I think it's definitely going to see a slump, because most people are going to want to be playing online through services.
I think
like
that will
Google
see a
and
huge
Xbox.
rise. I think services will see a massive rise, but I think PlayStation will do extremely well. I don't think there'll be a slump, and I think they will become the only source of consoles of that
Physical console. Like
yeah.
physical
Well,
hardware.
again, same.
Go to game by game
Yeah.
for PlayStation.
I think
Xbox
will back out. The whole thing.
PlayStation. Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
Xbox are going to back out and they're going to become a Game Pass.
It'll be Nintendo versus Sony.
Yeah, but I think Sony are going to become the Atari.
You
As
think
in,
so?
they are going to miss the bus.
and get greedy.
They're going to get greedy. Our consoles outselling everything. We're just consoles. We'll push these games. They're going to miss the whole. Sony now has been a joke since it was launched. It has been.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way of getting around of it. It's just a mess. It's nasty.
Yeah.
But PS Plus, the online service, has always been dodgy compared to Xboxes, and the games they're pushing out with it now are just. They're going, what are you
the free
doing?
games.
Yeah.
The free games.
You've had a couple of good ones, but the past 2 months in particular have been pretty
awful.
Well, the issue with the ones most recently, I just own them. I'm like, I own Neo.
Well, it's not
Last
just
of Us.
Last of Us is
MLB.
so old. Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to play a baseball
It's very
game?
niche, isn't it?
Especially a worldwide release of that.
Yeah.
That's an American/Japanese
Yeah,
pastime.
you're going to hit that.
It's in Europe. No one's going to play that.
No.
No one gives a fuck about baseball.
But I think this is the problem Sony have. They're
Yeah.
so in their own little bubble now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That-
yeah.
As everyone else starts moving, and Xbox are going, well, we've lost this.
Yeah.
Right, where do we move? And Google is sitting there going, well, we're not going to be able to compete in the market, but what we can do is stream really well, and we understand the back end of it.
If Google can nail the fact that I could play something like Fallen Order on max settings
Yeah.
without
I'd love to
spending
see that,
£1,000 and be like, oh my god, look at this game. Like, then it's all of a
What
sudden
do you
like,
think that's the end of PC gaming?
no.
If that really works.
If that really works, the only issue is then streaming.
Yeah.
So your PC gaming end will work because of streaming
Mm-hmm.
still. But if that really works, just imagine that with Game Pass. Because all Xbox have to go is, you know what, you're absolutely right. We don't make consoles anymore.
Yeah.
How about Google, we go into partnership? You make these little bits and you stream it out, but we'll put a Game Pass on there and you let people access that.
Mm-hmm.
People go, damn right, I'll spend, what is it, £150?
£119 for Google.
£119,
Yeah.
and then I'll pay 10, 20 quid a month.
Well,
to
Google's
have
Google's
Ultimate,
one
and
is
off you go.
$8.99 a month, and you get a what they're calling a AAA recent release game for that.
Yeah.
So, for example, they're giving you Destiny at the start, but it's all like the Shadowkeeper's just launched, all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like a 6-week-old game. Rumors are that the next one they're going to give you is Red Dead 2. But again, that's another game. I'm like, well, I own it, but if I can play that on max settings,
Yeah, wherever I am,
Yeah.
like,
and take
wow.
it with me.
Like,
Yeah.
And where is Sony going to be? Sony are going to be stuck on a console that you can only play in your living room that doesn't
That's
have
true,
these
yeah,
bits with
yeah.
But
it.
there's rumors.
So yeah, they'll
that-
sell the consoles, but in the end, it will see a massive dip. And Sony are so close in their bubble, they're not going to move out. They're going to go, no. Google aren't doing that. Xbox aren't doing that. It's not going to do very
Have you
well.
seen the
You want to
rumors
buy your
of the
Sony.
companion console for Sony? People have found
Oh, the
leaks of the
PSP 5G.
PSP companion
Oh,
console.
God.
I'd be up for another poor PlayStation.
Well, the fact that it's
I
already come
think
out at
it's a bit of a crime
550
they've never done
quid,
well.
like,
But you know why they've never done well? Because Sony never support them. They
Yeah.
create
Nah,
these
shit.
amazing
Except for Japan,
consoles.
yeah, it's true, yeah.
They do, because my PSP was
I love
brilliant.
the PSP.
My PlayStation Vita is still probably the best handheld.
I never got one, unfortunately, but I always wanted one.
they're good.
Yeah.
It's better than the Switch.
I always wanted it with the PSP.
I
But
prefer
the
sorry.
Switch, you get all the consoles. It's supported.
Yeah.
The
You're
PSP
right, you're
and
right,
PS
yeah.
Vita was never supported.
It
And
doesn't
that's
support
Sony
that, yeah.
because they live in their little bubble.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're about to hit.
If they could really support a new PSP, I'd
if they
be
properly
very into
supported
that.
it, it would
Yeah.
be incredible.
I'd be happy to see it.
Because my Vita, I love my Vita.
Yeah.
It is.
I think it's a good idea to go back for the to the name PSP as well, because it,
Yeah.
even though it doesn't seem that long ago, it does get a nostalgia as well.
When you could set up and get it going, the remote play was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
playing remote, like having your PS4 on and then playing on your.
Saying that, my boss used to play his PS4 at work. by remote play.
Yeah.
He used to play it in lunch. His PS4s at home.
Yeah.
He'd play his
It was
games
good.
at
Make sure
work.
it's set up and you off
It
you
was
go.
just a bit,
Yeah.
it was just a, I don't know, a bit cumbersome compared to the Switch, where it was like in, out, done. Like,
Yeah.
So
But that's what Nintendo have always done very well. Nintendo consoles have always been very accessible and easy to use, and they just do it so simply.
Grandad, do you want to play bowling? There you go.
Yeah.
My
They
my
go so
my
good.
nan, I remember her playing bowling
Yeah.
like really, really well. At Christmas, we got the Wii.
Well, my
She loved
wife,
it.
she didn't play computer games until the Wii.
But still get it out. I'm going back at Christmas with my family. My mum's like, "Oh, get the Wii out." I'm like,
It's like a board game, isn't it?
It's
Let's
like-
get the Wii out. Yeah.
"I can bring my Switch if you want." "Oh no, your granddad loves playing."
It's the trivial
Bowling.
pursuit of consoles.
It really is, isn't
And
it?
the archery. Got a lot bit of archery. On it.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
But I think we should probably wrap it
Let's
up.
wrap it
there.
up.
We've been,
Should
we-
we
wrap
I
it
need
up?
to pee so bad.
we've been spitballing a lot,
Okay.
but no, it was good. It was a good chat, and it'll be interesting to see now what comes from PSX in December. All right,
Drag
so
out, mate.
going on to
Really drag
another little topic that I wanted to throw in last minute was
I needed a piece of Streets of Rage.
no.
Oh my
No.
god, that was back
Yeah.
in 1986.
That's right.
In all seriousness, guys, thank you to everybody who stopped by, watched, listened to the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you enjoyed our new little camera setup with the full screen trailers. Now, if you were listening and we spoke about anything that you were interested by that we played or news-wise, then head over to youtube.com/IndieCredible, and you can see all the gameplay trailers playing in full screen for the game to speak about. So you can make sure you can go check that out if you want. And if you like the podcast, guys, you can head over to patreon.com/IndieCredible. And $1 a month is all we ask you to support us for if you want to support us, because that will get you access to everything. If you want to support us at higher tiers, that's completely off your back. You just get a little bit of extra goodies. But $1 gets you pretty much everything apart from a t-shirt. That's $10.
$10.
Yeah. So I lied, but hey, like, why not?
Classy Lewis.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is.
Wherever
wherever
you're
guys
watching this.
Yeah. And until next time, just make sure you stay indecredible.
Patrons, stick around
See you in a minute. I'm gonna pee.
for the special Patron P podcast.
Yes.
That's right.
We
That's
can
right.
take the camera down to watch Tom P.
Yes. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, how are we doing? How's anything you want
How
to
we
speak about?
doing? That's what you start with every
Yeah.
time with these. It's because you don't know what to say, isn't
No.
it? You're like, I'm stuck. What do I
We
what do I
watched a
say?
film. What film did we watch, Sharon? Oh, we watched 3 films this week, which is a lot for Sarah.
That is pretty good for her.
Yeah, we watched Stan and Ollie.
Oh, I really
Laurel and
enjoyed
Hardy.
that.
I know they existed. I don't know anything about them.
See, my dad had a friend, this guy named Alex, who was an amazing drummer. And he died of cancer, which is the sad side of it. But he was always into Laurel and Hardy, and it's because of him I was like, okay, what is this?
Yeah.
Because this guy was an icon to me. He was he was basically just like a god that
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect. You walked into his house, and he had Sunday Sports on the edge, and he had all. He was like, oh my god, you can be cool as an adult. How does this work? And he was really big into Laurel and Hardy, and I saw that Stan and Ollie thing, and I thought they did an amazing job.
I thought they were, acting wise, I thought it was incredible. I thought John C. Reilly and
Oh shit! The English guy
yeah,
or Welsh?
can't remember his name,
No.
were incredible.
Yeah.
And like Sarah and I didn't know anything about it, and we were like, wow. And she was like, did that actually happen? Like, did they have to go? I was like, oh my god! And it showed that these 2 icons to the media and the public were just 2 very flawed guys who were just trying to get by in life and make do. And they didn't want to perform anymore. And people were like, oh, so good, you're still performing. And like, yeah, we don't really want to, but we haven't got any money. So I thought it was very good.
Over by the big companies who owned all their stuff. And...
I thought it was very, very good. We watched A Knight's Tale.
Oh, I love A Knight's Tale.
Do you know
Heath Ledger and the classic David Bowie soundtrack and backgrounds of it. Yeah.
We were just, I don't know, we were going through, Sarah was like, I want something just classic and mild. And I was like,
yeah, okay.
I was like, in my head, I was like, I'll try and find Notting Hill because I fucking love Notting Hill.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. It's not stupid, it's just relaxed fun. I was like, what about Knight's Tale? She was like, I've not seen it for years. And we watched it and we were like, how good is it in terms of, not good film, but how casually good is this film?
Just such a wonderful film just to sit and watch and enjoy.
It's
without
funny.
having to think
I
about
forgot how funny it was. I was like laughing out loud at it.
A Knight's Tale.
Never
Heath
seen
Ledger.
that crap.
You should.
You never seen it?
You know, I'm
No.
3 beers in and I've
It's-
had a
it's
hard
good.
week. I'm
It's
about
good.
to get Larry.
And then last night we watched.
Is that you getting Larry?
Yeah.
Oh, show me your guns again. Look at that, man.
Pow!
He's done a press up.
Pretty shredded.
Um,
I'm 0% body fat. So God.
0% body
I
fat.
am.
and last night we
I'm
watched.
like 90-80% body fat.
We watched Moneyball.
Oh,
Brad Pitt one.
see, yeah, I like money.
See, I like Moneyball. Sarah's like, I want to watch a drama thing, but nothing too heavy. So I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So when I was going through,
Oh, don't get me started.
she was going through, and I was like, look, I was calling some things out. She was like, what's it about? And I was like, explain, like The Departed. I was like, what about The Departed? It's like a good drama thriller.
Yeah.
It sounds too complicated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, what about Moneyball? It's a sports drama with Brad Pitt. She was like, yeah, go on then. And she ended up really liking it. And she was like,
it's a good movie. It's
she was
very
like,
interesting.
how true? I was like, no, they changed the way baseball's traded. Like,
Yeah.
they made the way baseball teams built now. Do you know the game? How the game? Do you know the film? How it works?
Nope.
It's a Jonah.
You'd enjoy
Jonah, what's his
Moneyball.
name?
Yeah.
Jonah Hill is in it, and he's
Right.
basically this genius kid who came from Harvard or something
Right.
and studied economics.
Mm-hmm.
And statistics.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is this kind of slowly failing. Well, he's not failing. He's in charge of a baseball team that've got no money. They've got 40 million payroll, where the Yankees have got 120 million payroll.
Oof.
And people are like, you've got to compete. And it's in very much the era, the beginning of the 2000s, much like football was, when these big teams are getting snapped up by sheiks or sheiks, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And they were like, there was this massive like gulf of money that people couldn't compete with.
Yeah.
And he finds this Jonah Hill, and Jonah Hill's well, no, he's like, it's not about money, it's about stats. He's like, you build a team based around people, what they can do statistically.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're a fucking lunatic. Like, this is
Yeah.
never going to work. You're not building a team. You're building like a computer thing. And it does all right. And it actually goes on to like 2 years after.
It does
and all
very well.
It does very well.
Yeah.
And then 2 years after, I won't say any more because I don't want to spoil it. But then it goes on that like lots of teams take on the role, and actually it's now in modern day MLB baseball
How it's done.
It's how it's done. He basically changed the way how it is done,
Wow.
and it's that whole story. It's good.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Friday Night Lights
Yeah.
and bits like that, which is it's a look at sports and how sports
Right.
really are in the background.
Friday Night Lights is good because it's a
I love
grounded
Friday,
film.
yeah.
It's not. So many sports dramas are like.
What sport is that about?
American
Football.
Okay.
But
It's
it's
not-
about small town
Yeah, it's
American
Right,
football and
okay.
about how they on Friday nights, well Friday afternoons,
Yeah.
the whole town shuts down, leaves
To watch football.
to
Yeah.
go watch.
Yeah.
and it's
football.
only college football. It's not even.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not like-
college football in America is like
Yeah.
a big deal, isn't it?
and
Yeah.
big money as well.
Yeah.
Huge
It's
money.
crazy, isn't it?
It's
so
insane.
weird.
There's a really good documentary on LeBron James
Mhm.
that I've seen it a couple of times now, and it's about him and the struggles that when he got so good, the struggles he got through because people are just out to try and basically crap on you because
What an exploit.
as a professional,
Yeah.
as an amateur player at college, you're not allowed to take any money, including sponsorship money.
Yeah.
So people would send you T-shirts, and if you accepted it, you can get kicked out of college and not make it to the NBA.
Yeah.
And it was happening to him all the time. And his parents, it's like his mum brought him it's like 4x4 truck thingy with
Yeah.
his college. Like he was earning money for playing basketball,
Yeah.
and you're allowed to do some endorsement deals that are through the NBA or something.
It's all
But
broken.
his mum was brought him a car with that basically. He was too young, but the salespeople threw in the wheels for free as a kind of thingy, and then reported it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like he almost went down, but it turned out it was something stupid. Like the place they bought the car from actually supports another college, and they want the one. It's just
wow,
like,
fucking
oh my
lucky that.
god! Like
Yeah.
There's an alternate dimension somewhere where LeBron James
Right.
made to nothing because of that.
arguably the
The
second best
greatest?
basketball player.
I think. See, everyone's
I think he's
still
better
like
than Michael Jordan, but I think
he's
what
better than Michael
I think
Jordan.
what Michael Jordan done in terms of moving the game forwards, no one can ever touch. Same as Joe Malone. The better rugby players
I
than Joe
think
Malone
But
now.
I
that's
think
not the same as being
advertising-wise-
a good player.
No, Michael Jordan was
Influential is
I
great,
think,
but
yeah,
that's not
Michael
being a good
Jordan
player.
was very good at moving the game forward as in advertising wise, but I think LeBron is
the better
the
player.
I think
better
as an
player.
all-round player, yes, he's a better player.
because he's
Like-
just incredible.
But it's,
He's
yeah,
incredible.
So LeBron versus Michael in their primes, you think?
that's so hard. I mean, they are literally two different players in terms
Well,
of
yeah,
positional
Yeah.
wise, but
But I think LeBron's
But
the better
1v1.
player. I think LeBron's the better player.
1v1, I think
1v1.
LeBron will win because
Yeah.
Game of horse.
Jordan would be like, pass it to
Well,
me.
Jordan can still dunk from the free throw line, which LeBron hasn't been able to do yet.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Jordan wouldn't be able to do that without someone passing to him.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
LeBron would be standing there going, well, I've got the ball. I don't need to stand at the free throw. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's crazy you speak about them and people don't mention Kobe Bryant. And I'm like,
Kobe Bryant, oh my
kid's
God.
fucking amazing. Like,
That's like a whole thing. Like if you're throwing a basketball, like if throwing anything like a basketball, you go Kobe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Magic, mate. Bring out my Magic Johnson. My Johnson's magic.
Whee!
Welcome back to the Incredible Post Show. We're talking about Lewis's
What other good
penis.
sports films are there?
Sports films.
Mighty Ducks.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday has
That's
the best.
Like
Awesome.
Mike.
I played at a.
It's like
It's
Mike.
the stripper one.
No, that's Magic Mike.
That's Magic Mike. Oh, right, Mike's he gets the
He's the
basketball, he gets
kid,
the
he gets
shoes,
the
doesn't he?
shoes,
Yeah, and he's like,
yeah,
they're
and
like
he-
Jordan's old shoes or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and
yeah.
they like
Oh my
hit
God,
Shyamalan or
yes.
some shit. Remember
It's-
that?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
It's
no,
got
I
the
know
kid
that one.
from Stuart Little in it, and he still.
Is it Will Smith's little kid? Is it Will Smith's son in it?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
no, it's
No, he
not
was
older
way
than
too
that.
young. He was way too
Okay.
young for that.
Like
Obviously-
Mike. I do remember
But yeah,
Mike.
Mighty Ducks,
Mighty
all
Ducks.
of them.
Yeah, but any given Sunday, I used to play at a rugby club where they used to play that
Did they
chat
really?
at the
Oh.
like.
So I got a thing I want to talk about. I just
Oh,
remembered.
go for it.
I don't want to cut across you. You go ahead.
No, you can't,
Okay.
mate.
We're
I've
talking shit.
I've
just-
discovered the most pure form with a TH of nostalgia. I'm going to say form, but I
Oh,
misspoke.
okay.
I'm partially dyslexic, you see, so I can't.
Oh,
do
you
anything
fucking
a normal person
retard.
could do.
Can't even pick up a phone. He's got crap hands. That's dyslexia.
Dyslexia. A pure form of nostalgia.
Okay,
I've
go for
discovered.
it. Go for it.
Something I've not thought about in a long time, and that is the previews on a VHS tape.
Oh.
I haven't
Yeah.
thought about this, but it came across because I'm watching 30 Rock at the moment, which is a great show.
Yeah,
Underrated.
love 30 Rock.
They had an episode where they parodied the Wiggles. You remember the Wiggles?
That-
They were a children's
Yes.
phenomenon. They did
Yeah,
song
yeah,
Hard
yeah.
Potato, Hard Potato, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They had the Wiggles on there, and I sent to Em.
The
I was like,
Woggles?
They Wiggles instead of the Wiggles.
Oh my
and
god.
I was like, Em, do you
Oh,
remember
yes.
the Wiggles? And she was like, no. And I was like, how do you not remember the Wiggles? They were huge when we were little. And she was like, I don't remember them. And I said, I remember them mostly from a VHS preview on one of my tapes.
Yeah?
And there was an advert, and that bit with the hard potato really sticks out in my head. And I was like, oh, I've got to find that somewhere. I looked up the preview for it, can't find it. But I found a channel full of previews for tapes from back in the day. And I just was watching them for like 2 hours.
There's a massive...
Every time like, a trailer hits, you're
What's
like,
the channel called?
oh, I can't remember. I'll send it to you. But when it hits, you see a trailer, it like hits like your brain lights up. You're like, I remember this. Like you remember every word of it.
There's a whole channel dedicated for... It's exactly the same thing, but
Yeah.
for my generation, 80s TV adverts for kids'
Right.
toys.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you used to get hits of
I
the
bet that's the
Teenage
same kind of
Mutant
feeling.
Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Transformers,
Yeah.
and every single one I'm there going, I've got to buy Jazz again. And I'm on there on eBay going, damn, what are you doing? Why are you looking at this? We cannot afford £1,000 for original Jazz. Buy. Shit. Colin's going to kill me.
Oh. It makes
But
me feel.
yeah.
It makes me feel sad that I got rid of my tapes. Because
Yeah.
like I got rid of tapes because I was like, I've got the Blu-rays. I don't need my goddamn VHS tapes anymore. But I never thought about the fact that I would feel nostalgic for the adverts put before the actual films.
Yeah.
When I first moved back from university,
Yeah.
there was a shop around from me who used to sell the old videotapes.
Yeah.
Dirt cheap, like 50p a videotape. And I got obsessed with collecting cult movies.
Wow. Okay.
And I had about 300-400 videos
Bloody hell.
of all these. I've honestly got full on obsessed. It was alphabeticalized everything.
Oh, well done.
to on there. And I remember getting rid of them and thinking it's all right. I'll just buy them on Blu-ray. I'll
Yeah.
get them on this and
Yeah.
that lot. And I miss exactly what you're talking about. It's the adverts before, the trailers
Yeah.
for movies that
It's
I
so
didn't
weird.
buy.
I never
And you
thought
sit
I
there
would
going-
feel nostalgic for adverts, but
Yeah.
watching those like 2 days ago, I was like, this is blowing me away. Like adverts for like Return of Jafar, which I believe is the third Aladdin film. But the advert for it where they're
Return of Jafar's the second.
Is that the second?
The third one is
It's
the
the one where King of Thieves.
King of Thieves is the
where
third.
where Robin Williams came back.
Yes.
And there's a whole part in the trailer which I didn't understand at the time, but where it's like he's back, and they're all saying he's back, and that bit like my whole body felt like it was full of electricity.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm 5 again. It was so weird. Yeah, it's blown me away.
My little brother watched those on repeat when he was a baby. Yeah.
What,
When he was a baby, but yeah, pretty much around that. Yeah, the Aladdin
I used
films.
to watch.
You could put them on
Toy
and just
Story.
sit there spazzing out in
put
front
Toy
of them for
Story in.
ages.
I'd watch it. I'd rewind it. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I'd rewind it. I'd watch it again. I used to do that all the time.
Well, you and Tom are about the same age, aren't you?
I know that film word for word. Toy Story.
How old are you?
So I'm
12?
23.
He's 27, isn't he? You're right.
Yeah.
I look 27. I am 23. Your internet's shite, by the way. I just can't do anything.
Fine to me.
I can't do anything
Mine's
today.
good.
I'm connected, but it just does not work.
No, mine went through fine.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go to data.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah, why
I've had
not?
enough of this.
Patrons, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for supporting us, as always.
Cheers, guys.
And thank you for the feedback on the camera angle. Keep letting us know if you do like it, because now we're actually on a tripod. If you do like it, then going into next year, it's something we can actually keep. It definitely makes it more intimate, is what they used to say. What they said, it makes it more intimate. The full screen trailers is something that is nicer when people are watching on phone, because they can actually see the gameplay rather than this tiny little screen.
Yeah, they're not going like that.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. Have a great week, and we will see you next week.
Farewell.
Ciao.